Tristan put a great swing. Then after that, you see the quality of bats, and we saw a window that we were going to go to the bullpen at one point. They had to go to the bullpen, so we had a shot, and we kept grinding with them, put good at bats, ran the bases well, and then JT with a big swing to give us the lead.
There are these moments in games where the guy is going to go from first base. There's a lot of pressure on the runner. He's trying to steal a base, and that puts pressure in the same way on the catcher. And I thought, it goes without saying, the throw that Connor makes the other night is one of the biggest plays of that entire ballgame. What do you make of his evolution, and in particular, the ability to rise up in that moment?
It starts with Kenley. I think he's done a much better job, slowing the running game down, being quick to the plate, and I think that's like 5 in a row. We have the same situation, and they keep running. And Connor has made tremendous strides. His pop time is up there with the best in the league. Accuracy and obviously the strength of the throws are way up there. So we have a good one. But still, we were talking about how tough he was the first two series of the season. We were like 0 for 23, right? And throwing people out. And then little by little, I think the pitchers started doing a better job holding runners, giving Reese and Connor a chance to throw people out.
Both Trevor and Chris have talked here in the last couple of days about how eager they are to get back. And Trevor said he wants to join you when you return from this West Coast trip. Would you say that that's realistic? And from what you're seeing and hearing, is he maybe a little bit ahead of schedule?
Well, if he keeps hitting home runs like in the first inning today, that might be Seattle. You never know. Now, one of the things that we always talk about is that our medical staff is one of the best in the big leagues, and they're going to give you structure and give you timelines, right? We don't say it publicly because I don't think it's fair for the player. I think that's the best way to handle it, and for him to say it publicly, that's a step in the right direction, right? And one of the things that we can do here is protect him, and we're going to do that regardless if it's next week or in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. We have to take care of him. We'll take care of day game after night games, two off days in a row, and all that stuff. But he's in a good spot. Chris is in a great spot too. There's a chance he goes on a rehab assignment on Tuesday. So those are good news, and we'll see where he takes us.
Are you tempted to think about what this lineup looks like with Trevor in it? If all of a sudden Connor Wong, who's hitting like 500 the last 3 weeks, is batting ninth for you with Turner and Yoshida and all these guys in the lineup together, is it tempting to think about how solid that could be?
I think about it, and that's something that with him we'll talk about it. He'll probably hit in the bottom part of the lineup early on for him to get his feet wet and obviously get used to the big leagues. Rehab assignments are rehab assignments, but when they get here, adrenaline comes into play, better pitchers, so we have to be very conscious about, it's not going to be as easy as what people think. So there's a chance he starts hitting seventh early on, and if you think about it, that's kind of like unreal, right? There's a chance, in that lineup that Casas probably hits eighth or Verdugo hits eighth and Connor ninth. But we'll get there when we get there. Right now, we got a big series coming up against the Giants, who are a good team. They pitch, and they're very unique how they manage the game, so we just got to be ready.
Speaking of them, Logan Webb is one of the great ones on the mound for them tonight. Sinker, ball, or changeup. There's kind of a similar profile to Bayo in a lot of ways. His changeup is truly elite. When you watch him, what's the game plan to get him?
Yeah, just get him up in the zone. I know he's a lot easier said than done, but we have to make sure we get him up. And, JT has faced him a lot, so he'll talk about it. I know the Dodgers have been okay against him, so see the game plan. It's one of those that we have to grind with him and, go the other way, stay up the middle, probably put some pressure running the bases. If we do that, we should be okay.
Back in this NL West and in this ballpark, you're so familiar with the clubs in this division. Is there anything to this yard that's different? It plays big. It's going to be probably a little cool and overcast tonight. Does that alter anything your team tries to do?
Just got to make sure communication is huge with everything that goes on in right field, right? And obviously it's going to be windy, and, you can miss some fly balls up there. So communication is huge. It plays big, so trying to hit homers in this ballpark is not a good strategy. So hit line drives, There's a lot of space out there in the outfield. Be aggressive from first to third, and if we do that, we should be okay.
Lastly, how about Cutter? A little bit less swing and miss lately, particularly on the fastball, but he's been really reliable for you. What's the game plan with Cutter tonight?
Just keep throwing strikes. That's the most important thing. Get ahead, and if you do that, he's going to be able to put hitters away. His weapons are really good. The fastball, we're trying to get it back to what it was a few weeks ago, but let's be honest, innings are getting up there. Yeah. So this is part of 162, but he can give us 5 or 6. Our bullpen is well rested, and see what happens.
Indeed. Thank you so much, Alex. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, Will.
All right, there you go. The manager, Alex Cora, with Will Fleming. Time now for the injury report presented by Catches Law Group, New England's personal injury pros since 1986. Catches has won over $2 billion for their injured clients, and you never pay unless Catches wins. Injured, schedule a free legal evaluation by calling 508-321-7000 or at catcheslaw.com. And you heard Cora actually bring it up. Trevor Story hit another home run in the minors, this time for Worcester tonight as he gets closer and closer to returning to the big leagues. Chris Sale appears to be on track to start on Tuesday in the minors. Corey Kluber apparently didn't feel great after his last outing, so he is on hold. And catcher Reese McGuire should return next week. Let's take a look at the Friday Farm Report, sponsored by your New England Kubota tractor dealers. The versatile Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors are rated #1 in durability and owner experience. In New Hampshire, it's MB Equipment in Plastow and Tilton, as well as in South Windsor, Connecticut. Always like to take a look at the Sox top prospect, Marcelo Mayer. 39 games for Portland this year. He's hitting .205, 6 home runs, 20 RBI, has 4 steals, and an OPS of .655. All right, the pregame show will roll on here. Lou Merloni will join us from San Francisco. Coming up next on the Mass Mutual pregame show, talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Angie's List is now Angie, and we've heard a lot of theories about why.
I thought it was an eco move. Fewer words, less paper.
No, it was so you could say it faster.
No, it's to be more iconic.
Must be a tech thing.
But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish.
Sounds easy.
It is, and it makes us so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Why?
If you have T-Mobile 5G home internet, you might be hearing this
Why?
a lot.
Why?
Every time your internet slows down during the busiest hours.
Why?
Because your network gives priority to cell phone users.
Why?
Good question. Why not switch to Cox Internet with 2 times faster download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet during peak hours?
Okay.
Stop the whys and visit cox.com/5G home for details. T-Mobile prioritizes certain T-Mobile phone users over home internet users during times of congestion.
Here comes the fun at WaterWiz Water Park. Just minutes from Cape Cod. Speed down our all-new slide experience. Splash around in the wave pool. Float down the lazy river. And enjoy delicious new food options. We are now open for the season, so get ready to whiz out with the entire family. Visit waterwiz.com to buy your tickets online and save. For the best price, purchase your tickets on our website before the day of your visit.
We all deserve easy mornings. Meet Daily Harvest, the easiest way to conquer your morning with quick, nourishing, and delicious food. Made with sustainably sourced fruits and veggies and delivered right to your door. Their strawberry and peach smoothie or apple and cinnamon oat bowl are the perfect addition to my morning routine. So don't wait. Go to dailyharvest.com and enter promo code HARVEST for up to $65 off your first order. That's dailyharvest.com, promo code HARVEST for up to $65 off.
6 rings and football things.
Trent Brown. Listen, if the running game's going to work, if you want Mac Jones to stay upright, be healthy for 17 games. You need 2018 Trent Brown, or you just need his giant wall of humanity to perform for whatever that next contract is. Whoever, wherever it's going to be, don't care right now. just attempt to really play and be the giant human you are. Yes.
Can I interject a better case scenario question or more likely type question here at Trent Brown? We both put him in our best case scenario top 5. Mm-hmm. Better chance that come December, Trent Brown is a top 5 or in your case top 3 player on the Patriots, or that he's not on the Patriots?
60-40 not on.
Like, I think this is a minefield that could explode.
Yeah, it is dangerous.
Subscribe to 6 Rings and Football Things, available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Are you the creative type? Then you already know lots of cool things Photoshop can do, like create eye-popping images for social and gorgeous graphics for t-shirts and posters. But did you also know it can instantly turn a gray sky into a fiery sunset, change black and white to color in a click, or make anything in your photo magically disappear? Maybe you're wondering, can anyone use Photoshop to take images from ordinary to amazing? Nope, everyone can. Visit Photoshop.com and get started for free.
Odyssey's I'm Listening is our commitment to more mental health conversations. Here's Corey Taylor of Slipknot on getting the help you need.
When people feel like they can't get any help, that's when they isolate and that's when they hurt themselves. Find what works. If it's medication, it's medication. If it's therapy, it's therapy. If it's both, it's both. But don't be afraid to try both. You know, there's nothing wrong with admitting that you need help.
Talk saves lives. For more mental health conversations, visit imlistening.org.
The U.S. Virgin Islands is calling out to you. With no passport required for U.S. citizens, no arrival or departure taxes, no need to convert currency, and no Caribbean destination more inviting than St. Croix, St. John, and St. Thomas. We give you a reason to say yes. Our charming people look forward to welcoming you. We are America's paradise because this, my friend, is the American Caribbean.
Hi, this is Adam Duvall. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
This is the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Red Sox and Giants opening up a 3-game series from Oracle Park, a place where the man I'm speaking with now, Lou Merloni, once hit a triple. I think it was 20 years ago, Lou. You tripled in what was known as Pac Bell Park. How are you, sir?
I am good. That was off of Jason Schmidt doing his heyday when he was filthy, and Barry Bonds screwed it up and got a nice little triple here as a member of the San Diego Pods.
That is pretty awesome. Oh, Schmidt was nasty, and he looked intimidating. He looked mean.
Yeah, he was just filthy. He was filthy. I got lucky one time. I get lucky once in a while.
How does that ballpark stack up compared to some of the others, both as a player and also just as a spectator?
I love this ballpark. You know, like I've never really sat like in the media booth. This is like my first go-round of sitting in booths, but you look over, you can see the water. You know, the splash hits, 102 so far this year going into the water, but the park is gorgeous. I used to love coming here. It's a lot of fun, and they get good crowds, too, so it should be fun.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a good baseball town. They were interesting this offseason, trying to get in on Aaron Judge and trying to get in on Correa and all this stuff, and didn't happen, and yet they find themselves in a wild card spot right now. For those of us that are maybe not super familiar with how this Giants team is doing it this year, what can we expect in this series?
Well, I think, listen, the starting pitching has been pretty good for them, and the back end of the bullpen. I mean, when they're leading, they usually win. So it's like 33 straight games when they have a 2-run lead. So that's kind of how they're doing it. Offensively, I think they're still searching. You know, there's some guys that they need more out of. You know, guys like Conforto and you know, J.D. Davis would be nice too, and some of the other guys, Jock Peterson, Yastrzemski. So offensively, there's a little bit of struggle here. I know they're kind of an up and down team. We know all about that here in Boston. So hopefully you can keep these runs down. You can put up a few runs yourself because this team's been swinging it, meaning the Sox, and hopefully put some of these games away and try to win a series.
And as for the Sox, I mean, it's just a matter of them finding a way to stay consistent with it because they have given us a lot of reason to buy in, and then the next thing you know, they'll lose 2 out of 3 to the A's. But then they'll go out there and they'll take the last 2 against the Mets, and then 2 awesome games against the Braves, who are the best team in baseball, against 2 of their best pitchers. And they win those. So right now, at 8 games over 500, like I personally feel great about the Red Sox, but at the same time, I don't know. They've had their struggles on keeping it consistent for a prolonged period of time.
Yeah, they have, and I think a lot of that earlier in the year was defense, and I'm not saying they're a great defensive team, but solidifying shortstop has really helped with Yu Chang. He sort of sits in the bottom of the order. Anything you get offensively from him, so be it. They just have like 5 guys now with like an OPS almost over 1,000 the month of July. You don't even notice that Alex Verdugo has really been struggling here lately because everybody else has been raking. So, to me, they had the second best record against teams over 500. And it's like a large sample size, like 75 of those games. So it's a team that's kind of calling for some help, I think, with starting pitching, it would just solidify a bullpen a little bit better on these 2 bullpen days, even though Pavetta's a starter. But I think the starting pitching is number 1 on the wish list, and then hopefully they can just be consistent.
Where can Tristan Casas even go from here? The month-by-month splits are just staggering. His OPS is in the 500s, and then it's in the 700s, and then it's in the 800s, and now it's in the 1200s. The guy is just on fire. He's coming up with clutch hits, too, like on Wednesday night, but he couldn't be more locked in.
Yeah, he always controlled the zone, right? He drew his walks early on, but it was, certain counts. Are we looking for walks? Now, the walks aren't up there, I would say, like recently. Mm-hmm. Although, like now, he's walking because teams are trying to avoid damage, and he's just laying off it. So he still controls the strike zone. The difference is that when he's more aggressive and when he gets pitches to hit, he's just smoking them. I mean, he's just barreling baseballs all over the place. There's still some work to do defensively, but offensively right now, he feels really good, and he's an absolute monster. I don't even know if he was like this in the minor leagues, really, but right now he's just controlling everything.
Well, and speaking of defense, they're once again going with Justin Turner at second, and he made a hell of a play in the last game against the Braves at second. And I know last time you and I talked about this, you had mentioned how, when he was playing third base, but during the shifts, he actually played a lot over in that spot. I'm curious, even when Trevor Story returns, do you think we could see more of this if they end up keeping all of their outfielders that they have?
Yeah, well, it's the best offensive lineup, right? This way you keep all your outfielders playing, and you got Turner rather than DH and playing second base. And I think you kind of stay on this same pace, when Story comes back, but and it just so happens that it's after days off. I think a lot of times after days off, you get Turner off his feet, give him a day off, and let him go play second base with your best offense. But when you get Turner in this lineup, and you replace Turner with Chang, you got 8 strong with Wong hitting 9th.
Right.
I mean,
that
is a ridiculous lineup. So I just think Turner, listen, go make the routine plays. He's turning double plays. They know defensively there's probably not going to be much range, but offensively it just gives you like a very potent lineup.
So between now and Tuesday's deadline, what would you most like to see the Red Sox do?
I'd like to see them go get a controllable starter, which is what everybody in baseball is looking for. The rentals are out there to get. There's no question about it. I don't expect them to be in that kind of market unless the team is interested in a player that maybe ideally I'd like to go out for him to go out and maybe not just address the rest of this season, but address next year's rotation. Find a guy that's under control for a couple of years. Maybe make an uncomfortable trade with some of the minor leaguers. Maybe not the top 5 or 6, but I don't think you need that. And try to not just fix this rotation this year, but also do it for next year or the year after.
Yeah. Is there any name that jumps out to you in that regard?
Dylan Cease.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll take Dylan Cease. Yeah.
Yeah, let's get greedy. I mean, Savale out in Cleveland's another one. I don't know where they are right now. They got Syndergaard. But, there's a lot of rentals out there, but almost like diving into trying to find guys with 2 or 3 years that could be available. It's so hard to predict. But I'd love for them to pull something like that off.
No, that would be great. I just, if the difference is, they don't get one, like the price is too high for the guy that is got years left on his deal, I'd be really disappointed with nothing. And if Marcus Stroman costs a decent amount, but you get Marcus Stroman for the rest of the year, I still think that puts you in a position where you could go on like a deep run.
Yeah, it does, but honestly, I just don't see it happening.
Gotcha.
Like Stroman is probably, that asking price might be a little bit too high. Like the Angels go all in with Giolito and they give up, a lefty they draft in the second round, and maybe a future catcher. And it's like, dude, they're just talking about like desperate, knowing this might be it for Ohtani. So maybe they're in a different spot. So Stroman would be great. I like the guys, if rentals like Flaherty, Montgomery out in St. Louis, Lorenzen in Detroit, but depends on what the ask back is.
Where do you come down on on them trading away Adam Duvall? Because there's been a lot of smoke around that. I know they have a lot of outfielders, but I personally like the depth and I like the ability to, like we were just talking about, put Turner at second and play all those guys. But there seems to be quite a bit of smoke around that one.
Yeah, I think that depends on like what you would get back, right? I was shocked at what they got back for Kike. They might actually have two relievers at AAA level that could actually help out this big league team. So I don't. It's hard to predict what the market is, but if it's something you just can't turn down for Duvall, I totally understand it, but I don't think he's a dump right now. You know what I mean? Like, just get rid of him so Durant can play. I think you can find a way to get him out there, Durant out there all the time anyway.
And last thing for you, Lou, Cutter Crawford making his 12th start of the year. He was really effective out of the bullpen. As a starter, been kind of hit or miss. There's been a few really, really good games, and there's been some others where he's been hit around a little bit. But what do you see early out of Cutter Crawford that makes you think he might be in for a good one versus maybe not?
Well, I think the one reason why I think I like him in this outing is because he's on 6 days rest, and I think that plays a role with him. I think last year he got a little bit tired down the stretch. He's all about like fastball, swing and miss. His last outing was on normal 4 days rest, and he only got one swing and miss on 15 swings of his fastball, and that's just not when he's on his game. But 6 days rest, it becomes more effective. Maybe he just needs a little more time to get more life on that fastball. So I think with the extra rest here and a team that strikes out a lot, I kind of like his chances.
Pretty good. Oh, also, we got a text in. Someone wants to know how you shot today on your 18.
I really played good. Like, I stroked the ball outstanding off the tee. Like, I was like just throwing darts at the green. I 3-putted 7 greens.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but I was like, bogey golf, but I played well. I just couldn't putt.
If we had Lou's driver and my putter today, we would have shot 65.
There you go,
No
scramble.
question.
You guys need to be join a scramble. There you go.
Yeah, we needed to do that between the two of us because it was in my dome early and I just sucked.
Yeah.
Now, granted, the greens were tough.
Sure.
But they weren't that tough, trust me.
No, I know. Another day tomorrow, another day on Sunday. You guys
It could be.
All right, very good. Lou and Will, we'll have the call coming up here shortly. Guys, thanks so much, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, you got
Adios.
it.
All right, you guys can watch the Red Sox pregame show on Twitch. You just got to follow WEEI. It's brought to you by Subaru of New England. Subaru summer is finally here. Make this summer a Subaru summer in a brand new 2023 Subaru. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Keys to the game brought to you by BMW, the ultimate driving machine. For me, I'm going back to Justin Turner playing a clean second base just so they will continue to trot out this lineup. Don't give them any excuse not to use this lineup where it's only going to get better when Trevor Story returns. So if Justin Turner can play a sound second base, again, as Lou mentioned, not going to have crazy range. He's not going to be, Robbie Alomar out there, but as long as he's not making too many errors or just, not getting to enough plays, I think they might trot this lineup out a little bit more, which I absolutely love. Lease a 2023 BMW X3 xDrive 30i for $619 per month. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. All right, we will get to our bet du jour, a look around the majors, pitching matchup, lineup, and more, all coming up on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what to do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
How powerful is Cox Internet? So powerful that one day, your daughter will be able to simulate a soccer match against some of the world's best players right from your backyard. Get gig speeds powered by fiber from Cox. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Internet delivered through Cox's hybrid fiber coax network. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions apply.
Here comes the fun at WaterWiz Water Park. Just minutes from Cape Cod. Speed down our all-new slide experience. Splash around in the wave pool. Float down the lazy river. And enjoy delicious new food options. We are now open for the season, so get ready to whiz out with the entire family. Visit waterwiz.com to buy your tickets online and save. For the best price, purchase your tickets on our website before the day of your visit.
We all deserve easy mornings. Meet Daily Harvest, the easiest way to conquer your morning with quick, nourishing, and delicious food. Made with sustainably sourced fruits and veggies and delivered right to your door. Their strawberry and peach smoothie or apple and cinnamon oat bowl are the perfect addition to my morning routine. So don't wait. Go to dailyharvest.com and enter promo code HARVEST for up to $65 off your first order. That's dailyharvest.com, promo code HARVEST for up to $65 off.
Odyssey's I'm Listening is our commitment to more mental health conversations. Here's Corey Taylor of Slipknot on getting the help you need.
When people feel like they can't get any help, that's when they isolate and that's when they hurt themselves. Find what works. If it's medication, it's medication. If it's therapy, it's therapy. If it's both, it's both. But don't be afraid to try both. You know, there's nothing wrong with admitting that you need help.
Talk saves lives. For more mental health conversations, visit imlistening.org.
New Dove Men Body Wash gives 24 hours of nourishing micro moisture, so your skin feels healthy and smooth from your morning workout playlist to the relaxing music you chose for dinner. Get healthier, smoother feeling skin all day with new Dove Men Body Wash.
At Arizona State University, we are committed to our students' success. That's why our online educational experience is unmatched. You'll access our state-of-the-art adaptive learning technology that fosters innovative thinking and inspires collaboration with faculty and peers. Explore more than 300 world-class programs offered online, all designed to empower our students to become the next generation of critical thinkers and innovators. Visit asuonline.asu.edu.
6 rings and football things.
Trent Brown. Listen, if the running game's going to work, if you want Mac Jones to stay upright, be healthy for 17 games. You need 2018 Trent Brown, or you just need his giant wall of humanity to perform for whatever that next contract is. Whoever, wherever it's going to be, don't care right now. Just attempt to really play and be the giant human you are. Yes.
Can I interject a better case scenario question or more likely type question here at Trent Brown? We both put him in our best case scenario top 5. Mm-hmm. Better chance that come December, Trent Brown is a top 5, or in your case, top 3 player on the Patriots, or that he's not on the Patriots?
60-40, not on.
I think this is a minefield that could explode.
Yeah, it is dangerous.
Subscribe to 6 Rings and Football Things, available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Hey, it's Justin Turner. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Hey, Justin Turner. This is the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Final few minutes before we send it out to San Francisco, where Will Fleming and Lou Merlone will have the call. But let's get to our bet du jour. It is brought to you by FanDuel, official partner of Major League Baseball. I say it every night, but this has gone poorly. I did win on Wednesday, but it's still 21-27. Terp, it's been an absolute struggle. It's also been a while since we've had Turpin, so we'll update his numbers. 4-4-1, and normally the Terp special is whoever's catching for the Red Sox to have a base knock. Where are you going tonight, Terp? What do you got?
I'm going to go with the Red Sox team total over 3.5 runs. They've hit that number in each of their last 6 games.
Oh,
and these bats are hot, and they're going against Logan Webb, who couldn't even get out, or he only went an inning and a third against the Nationals his last time out and allowed 6 runs.
He got smoked.
I think they could jump on him and keep the bats hot.
I like that very much, Terp. That's a nice positive bet, and the way they're going, I agree with you. You know what I'm going with is, and forgive me if I am the one that starts the cold streak for Tristan Casas, but Tristan Casas to get an RBI is plus 200 on FanDuel. And he's sitting 6th in the lineup. I think there's going to be ducks on the pond, as they say. So give me Tristan Casas to get himself an RBI tonight. So there you go. Those are our bet du jours. Over under in the Sox game is 7.5. It's a low number. Webb has had a good year. To Terp's point, he had a terrible last start out against the Nationals. Gave up 6 runs all in the second inning. But it's Logan Webb and Cutter Crawford. That's the pitching matchup sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Webb is 8-8 with a 3.48 ERA. Meanwhile, Cutter Crawford is 4-5 with a 4.04 ERA, but that's all total. As a starter, his ERA is just north of 5. As a reliever, it was actually around 1.5. But he has given them some good starts, and lately he's been one of their few starters remaining. As for the Red Sox lineup, we'll get you that in a moment. But right now, let's take 10 seconds for station identification on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
WEEI Studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
As for the Red Sox lineup, it is brought to you by Herb Chambers, New England's largest selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. HerbChambers.com. This is my favorite lineup that the Sox can trot out there. Jarren Duran will lead off in left field, followed by Masataka Yoshida, who's the DH. Justin Turner, once again at second base, bats third. Then Rafael Devers at third, batting fourth. Adam Duvall in center field, bats fifth. The red-hot Tristan Casas at first base, bats sixth. We mentioned the numbers earlier. He leads the league in most things since the All-Star break. Alex Verdugo, one of the few guys struggling in the lineup. He is down to seventh in right field. Connor Wong behind the plate. He had a couple of hits on Wednesday. And Yu Chang is the shortstop, batting ninth for Crawford, once again against Logan Webb. Time now for the Subaru New England scoreboard. Subaru summer is finally here. Make this summer a Subaru summer and a brand new 2023 Subaru. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Look at some of the finals already, as it's a late game for the Sox. The one that we had our eyes on mostly tonight was Toronto taking on the Angels. And despite the Angels getting up 1-0, it was the Blue Jays who ended up with a 4-1 victory up in Toronto. So the Sox, as of this moment, 2 games back in the wild card with this game about to be played. But the one run for the Angels, you guessed it, a Shohei Ohtani home run. He now has a league-best 39 on the year. Yesterday in a doubleheader, he threw a complete game one-hitter in the first game, and they won. And then in the second game, he hit 2 home runs, and they won that one as well. Their new acquisition got the start tonight, Lucas Giolito. He allowed 3 runs over 5 1/3 and takes the loss. Kevin Gausman, the win. So a good pitching matchup there as the Angels are trying to stay in it. They're trying to convince Shohei Ohtani to maybe re-sign or whatever it is they're doing. But Blue Jays get the win there. White Sox shut out the Guardians 3-0. Mets beat the Nationals 5-1. Max Scherzer beat his former team. Although the Mets traded David Robertson yesterday, it feels like the Mets have, and probably should have, waved the white flag on the season. I think they are cooked. Marlins beat the Tigers 6-5 down in Florida. Games going on right now. Yankees and Orioles are scoreless in the second. This game was delayed by rain for a while. Garrett Cole on the mound for New York. Also the return of Aaron Judge, who has been on the IL since early June. He is activated, and we'll see if he provides a little bit of a spark, as you would imagine, to that Yankee lineup. Phillies lead the Pirates 2-1 in the 8th inning. Braves on top of the Brewers 8-4 in the bottom of the 7th. Royals lead the Twins 3-2 in the 7th. Good one in Houston. You have Rays and Astros. They are tied up at 3 in the 7th inning. Cubs lead the Cardinals 3-2, also in the 7th. The Oakland A's have a 7-1 lead on the Rockies in the 5th inning in Colorado. And an early 4-0 lead the Mariners have on the Diamondbacks as they head to the 2nd inning. And Rangers-Padres are just underway. That one is scoreless. The other late game is the LA Dodgers taking on the Cincinnati Reds. Dodgers earlier today trading for both Lance Lynn and Joe Kelly from the White Sox. So the White Sox have dealt 3 pitchers in the last couple of days. Kendall Graveman went to Houston. So trade deadline on Tuesday, but teams already making some moves. Red Sox trading Kike Hernandez earlier in the week out to the Dodgers as well. So the Dodgers are very busy at this point. And the Giants aren't that far behind the LA Dodgers. You kind of just assume that that's the Dodgers division to win. Giants are only 3 games back. They're also the top wild card spot. So a big series for both the Red Sox and the Giants as this one gets going here in just a couple of minutes. Again, Cutter Crawford versus Logan Webb. That's going to do it for us, for our producer, Justin Turpin. Great job as always. I'm Rich Keefe. You've been listening to the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Will Fleming, Lou Merlone have the call of Red Sox and Giants coming up next on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
You have been listening to the Nissan postgame show.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, You can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
We all deserve easy mornings. Meet Daily Harvest, the easiest way to conquer your morning with quick, nourishing, and delicious food. Made with sustainably sourced fruits and veggies and delivered right to your door. Their strawberry and peach smoothie or apple and cinnamon oat bowl are the perfect addition to my morning routine. So don't wait. Go to dailyharvest.com and enter promo code HARVEST for up to $65 off your first order. That's dailyharvest.com, promo code HARVEST for up to $65 off.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing, together millions of things for our planet. Summer means hotter days. Avoid using heat-generating appliances like stoves and dishwashers during the day. Use them during off-peak hours in the evening to minimize the effects of heat and save on electric costs. Late evening and early morning is also the best time to water plants and lawns, as water is less prone to evaporation. When we each share our one thing, it becomes 100 things, 1,000 things, 1,000,000 things for our planet. What's your one thing?
6 rings and football things.
Trent Brown. Listen, if the running game's going to work, if you want Mac Jones to stay upright, be healthy for 17 games. You need 2018 Trent Brown, or you just need his giant wall of humanity to perform for whatever that next contract is. Whoever, wherever it's going to be, don't care right now. Just attempt to really play and be the giant human you are. Yes.
Can I interject a better case scenario question, or more likely type question here at Trent Brown? We both put him in our best case scenario top 5. Mm-hmm. Better chance that come December, Trent Brown is a top 5, or in your case, top 3 player on the Patriots, or that he's not on the Patriots?
60-40 not on.
I think this is a minefield that could explode.
Yeah, it is dangerous.
Subscribe to 6 Rings and Football Things, available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Hey, Rhode Island drivers, in the market for a new vehicle? Then you have to visit Flood Mazda. As a President's Award winner, into providing an exceptional dealership experience. Stop in and browse over 100 new vehicles, including the Mazda CX-90, CX-5, CX-30, and more. Plus, shop a wide selection of high-quality pre-owned vehicles, along with Mazda certified vehicles, all priced for your budget. And every vehicle is backed by the Flood Advantage Plan. You get free dent repair, free windshield repair, free key replacement, and so much more. Looking to trade? Flood Mazda will give you top dollar for your trade-in. All makes and models are welcome. And when you need to service your vehicle, Flood Mazda has you covered with complimentary pickup and delivery, loaner vehicles, and more. There's never been a better time or place to get behind the wheel of a new Mazda than right now at Flood Mazda in Wakefield during the Mazda Season of Discovery sales event. Visit us at 220 Old Tower Hill Road or online at floodmazda.com.
Are you the creative type? And you already know lots of cool things Photoshop can do, like create eye-popping images for social and gorgeous graphics for t-shirts and posters. But did you also know it can instantly turn a gray sky into a fiery sunset, change black and white to color in a click, or make anything in your photo magically disappear? Maybe you're wondering, can anyone use Photoshop to take images from ordinary to amazing? Nope, everyone can. Visit Photoshop.com and get started for free.
The Rich Keefe Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. This is...
And the Boston Red Sox are the world champions!
Red Sox Baseball.
And it is good! And Boston strong!
On the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
For the first time in 86 years!
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh. Catches Law Group, New England's injury law pros at catcheslaw.com.
And it's gone!
Subaru of New England. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Mass Mutual. Insurance, planning, investments. Sponsored by Nissan. Nissan makes cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipeline.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Big Y World-Class Market. It's more than food. It's my Big Y. Buy cars for kids. That's cars with a K to donate your car today.
Looking up, grand slam!
By Mike's Amazing, the official mayonnaise of the Boston Red Sox. Ford Trucks, official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
We're going to drive to left field. There are a couple runs way gone.
Arbella, here for good. And Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Long gone into the monster seats.
Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Holy cow!
Sponsored by Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars. We help people buy them. Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Lou Merlone.
From beautiful Oracle Park on the shores of San Francisco Bay, the Boston Red Sox are back on the radio. Tonight, the Sox begin a 6-game, 2-city road trip out west at the home of the San Francisco Giants, who have their ace on the mound, Logan Webb, coming off the rockiest start of his major league career, is on the mound for the Giants, and Alex Cora counters with Cutter Crawford. The Red Sox are rolling. They've won 4 straight, 15-5 over their last 20, and really since the middle of June, the best offense in the game and the hottest club anywhere. The Red Sox come into play today just a game and a half out of the wild card race. The Giants are right in the thick of the National League playoff picture. Alex Cora and Gabe Kapler, former teammates, meeting at the home plate area on an absolutely spectacular San Francisco night. Will Fleming and Lou Merlone welcoming you to another edition of Red Sox baseball. And Lou, ordinarily you'd say, well, this Red Sox offense, which is just cranking on all cylinders, has 5 of the hottest hitters anywhere going. They would figure to easily carry it over here tonight, but, and it's a big but, Logan Webb is truly one of the great starters in the whole game that maybe people on the East Coast don't know a whole lot about, but Webb should give the Red Sox a handful tonight.
Yeah, he should. You know, sicker changeup, slider. I mean, he is tough. He's coming off one of his worst outings of his career when he went an inning and a third his last time out against Washington. Just an odd second inning that found himself. That was it. Got knocked out of that game. But he is tough. He is very tough against lefties. We know this team, the Red Sox, got a lot of power on that left side. So this is a tough one here in this first night against the team. As you mentioned, it's right in the middle of the thing. Currently have a half-game lead in that wild card spot. So this is a playoff team here in the Giants.
It is amazing to see Yastrzemski lead the San Francisco Giants out onto the diamond, but Mike does that. He takes his place out in front of the promenade and one of the signature features here in right field at Oracle Park, a part of this yard and a part of Major League Baseball that Barry Bonds made so famous throughout his many great years here. Time now for the Morgan & Morgan starting lineup, brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. Well, the Red Sox are going to keep things right where they were when they took the series from the Mets and the Braves, and why not? Jaron Duran will lead it off. The speedy left fielder is atop the lineup card. Then Masataka Yoshida. He bats second. He's the DH tonight. Justin Turner will be at second base again. He bats third. He had the big hit in the win against Atlanta on Wednesday night. Devers is hot. He's at third base. He cleans up. Then Adam Duvall, whose name is linked to so many clubs with the trade deadline now 5 days away. Duvall in center field, batting fifth. Tristan Casas, God, is he hot. He's the first baseman. He bats sixth. And then Red Sox hope to get Alex Verdugo going. He's in right field. He bats seventh. Connor Wong catches, and very quietly in a lot of ways, Wong is one of the hottest Red Sox hitters. He bats eighth, and he catches. And then Yu Chang, he is in the 9 spot, and he will be the shortstop. Jock Peterson, the DH for the Giants. Kind of an up-and-down season for him. He leads it off from the left side. Similar story for Michael Conforto, the longtime Met. He bats second. He is in left field. Wilmer Flores has been red hot. He's the first baseman batting third. So too Yastrzemski, who's in right field, and he cleans up. J.D. Davis, the third baseman, bats fifth. Then Patrick Bailey, Luis Matos, Brett Wisely, and Marco Luciano playing for the second time in his major league career. He is a very exciting young player. He's the shortstop, and he bats ninth. We are ready for baseball in really one of the crown jewels in the whole sport. It's Oracle Park. The wind is howling out to right, and even though they moved the walls in here a couple of seasons ago, this ballpark plays big. Webb winds, he throws, and Duran takes the first pitch outside for ball one. Right on time, 7:15 at the first pitch for Webb, and 65 degrees here as Duran skies one high down the left field line, drifting toward the seats and foul. It is out of play, and it's 1-1. Time to Temp is brought to you by Window Nation. Protect and increase the value of your home today. 866-90-NATION. 1-1 to Duran, who is oh so hot. 316 hitter. The pitch to him is outside. Good take on a sinker from Webb, and it's 2-1.
Logan Webb is tough. I mentioned that sinker's going to be about 92, 93. The changeup, 87. Slider, 84. And the changeup is deadly to lefties.
2-1 is a check swing. That's a strike anyhow. Right over the heart of the plate, and it's 2-2. Massive, vibrant video board in straightaway center field. 309 down the right field line with a massive, tall brick facade out there right in front of what they call McCovey Cove. Now 391 to straightaway center, 399 in the left center field power alley, 339 to left. The 2-2 is looped that way but foul. Out of play, and it's 2-2 to the red-hot Jarren Duran.
It's a beautiful ballpark. His first chance of playing it was 03. I was with the Padres coming in here in the middle of that Barry Bonds 4 straight MVP seasons, but beautiful park.
2-2 is a chopper on the right side but foul towards first base. This is a little bit of what got Logan Webb in his last start against the Washington Nationals. He was pinpricked to death before getting the first out in that ballgame. He'd thrown 26 pitches. In the end, 5 runs over an inning and a third. The 2-2. Swing and a foul back, and another battling at bat from Jarren Duran.
Yeah, this is just Jarren Duran now kind of evolving into this leadoff hitter. You know, he's been in that leadoff spot. He's been hot, but we've seen this a lot from him. You know, 2 strike counts, fouling 3-4 pitches off, giving a good quality at bat regardless of the result. And they've been good results.
2-2. Swing and a miss. He did get him in the end. Elevated a fastball did Webb. 94-mile-an-hour 4-seamer, and Duran at last is gone.
You mentioned 8-pitch at bat. Kind of got to see a lot. Didn't really see that changeup, I don't believe, but
his mix is a lot like Brian Bayo. Power sinker and a great changeup. A lot of people think it's one of the better pitches in the game. Pitch to Yoshida is a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, it is. It's very similar. It's just that, the power isn't there. That, 92, 93 mile an hour sinker. Bayo's got a little bit up there a little bit, but the changeup's very effective. Same thing.
A 1 to Yoshida is a changeup that misses outside. The first we've seen, 87, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, you see that big vertical drop. It's got a lead vertical drop and just kind of disappears down.
382 on base for Massa. A chopper to the left side. The third baseman Davis gloves. He throws to first in time. A nice play for J.D. Davis. And Yoshida retired. 2 down for a man more familiar with this ballpark than any Red Sox player, Justin Turner. Fans remember the many hits he got in white and blue here.
Dodger-Giant rivalry, boy. They don't forget.
Maybe the closest thing in the game, the Red Sox-Yankees, is Turner, who was a villain. In so many of those games, takes a sinker outside for ball 1. 2 down in the first. Turner begins the safe light auto glass part of the order. Pitch is crushed high into center field. Back on it, Matos at the track. He is there to make the play. And that's how it goes in San Francisco. Turner got a lot of it, but it died on the warning track. A 1-2-3 first. For Logan Webb, Cutter Crawford trying to follow suit. Bottom 1, scoreless game next on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Here comes the fun at WaterWiz Water Park. Just minutes from Cape Cod. Speed down our all-new slide experience. Splash around in the wave pool. float down the lazy river, and enjoy delicious new food options. We are now open for the season, so get ready to whiz out with the entire family. Visit waterwiz.com to buy your tickets online and save. For the best price, purchase your tickets on our website before the day of your visit.
6 rings and football things.
Trent Brown. Listen, if the running game's going to work, if you want Mac Jones to stay upright, be healthy for 17 games. You need 20, or you just need his giant wall of humanity to perform for whatever that next contract is. Whoever, wherever it's going to be, don't care right now. Just attempt to really play and be the giant human you are. Yes.
Can I interject a better case scenario question, or more likely type question here at Trent Brown? We both put him in our best case scenario top 5. Mm-hmm. Better chance that come December, Trent Brown is a top 5, or in your case, top 3 player on the Patriots, or that he's not on the Patriots?
60-40 not on.
I think this is a minefield that could explode.
Yeah, it is dangerous.
Subscribe to 6 Rings and Football Things. Available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
Cutter Crawford is on the mound for the Red Sox. This Giants offense in a major funk. They did break out a little bit, winning a couple games from the Oakland Athletics. Jock Peterson. And a bit of a spark plug for them. Left-handed hitter digs in, and Crawford's first pitch of the ball game comes home, and it misses just down and in for ball 1. And Walcott is the home plate umpire. Junior Valentine at first. Gonzalez at second, and Adrian Johnson is at third. The 1-0 pitch. Swinging a shot. Oh my, look out in the first base dugout. That almost decapitated Jason Varitek, and it's 1-1.
Wow. That ball was turned on. Last time we saw Cutter was in that shortened game. He went 4 innings against the Mets. 4 hits, 4 earned runs, a couple of home runs, but the difference there for him.
1-1 is dropped by Wong to the backstop. That wasn't that bad a pitch. Cutter had missed. And it's 2-1 to Jock Peterson.
We know with Cutter, it's all about that elite fastball. He gets high spin rate, short arms it, gets a lot of swings and misses when it's going well.
2-1 is popped up behind home plate, and Wong collides with Peterson. It's down the first base line. Now Peterson almost runs into Costas, who makes the play. Bumper cars on the first base line, and there's one away.
Yeah, Wong came popping out of there, and Peterson got standing there looking at it. Wong kind of runs into him, so Peterson gets spun around. By the time he turns around, he almost runs into Costas trying to catch that ball. That was a mess.
Michael Conforto now batting. Gabe Kapler and the Giants go with 4 lefties and a switch hitter against Cutter Crawford. And actually, Cutter's splits against lefties have been great. Pitch to Conforto is fouled off on the first base side. And it's 0-1. Conforto, 236. He does have 13 home runs. Cutter's 4-seam fastball, Lou, against lefties has been electric.
It has. When he gets the swing and miss, that's the thing. He didn't really have it against the Mets. He had 15 swings, only 1 swing and miss on it. Wasn't great for him.
A 1 is a little bit high, a cut fastball. That was a weapon for him in the abbreviated start the other day. It's 1-1.
Yeah, it was, but kind of notice you got 6 days rest now, maybe getting more effective fastball and that normal 4 days rest. You don't see the swing and miss.
1-1 is swung on and fouled out of the mid of Wong, and it's 1-2.
That is nice. You know, the home plate umpire, Quinn Walcott, they got those umpire scorecards. He's actually rated number 1 in accuracy.
Wow.
Because I think the last few games I have done that say the zone has been wide and very generous down.
Eric Bacchus did not have a good night at Fenway.
God, no, he didn't.
Normally Pat Hoberg is the gold standard, but this guy Quinn Walcott has been great. Good for the pitchers. 1-2 with 1 down in the first. Cutter throws. Conforto swings and misses. He is gone. There's the fastball. He gets a whiff, and they're 2 down.
Yeah, that's good to see from Crawford. You like to see him control that fastball. Listen, I think the Giants, they strike out third most in all of baseball, so the strikeouts are there for him if he has a good one.
Now here's the red-hot Wilmer Flores, who seems to come up with one big hit after the next for these Giants. Right-handed hitter, the longtime Met with 13 homers. Crawford throws his first curveball of the game, and it's a beauty on the outside corner, 0-1.
Yeah, I know a lot of Red Sox are on fire here in the month of July. Same with Flores, 372 since June 1st. 414 his last 18 games, so he's really been swinging in this lineup.
0-1, wide stance in the right-handed box. The pitch, swing and a miss, and he's got it going right now. Does Crawford cutter, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, that was a good little cutter, located down and away. Like to see that secondary stuff, right? Get me over curveball, little cutter away, kind of spotting it.
0-2. Here's the pitch. Swinging a shot into left field. That's going to be down for a hit. Duran plays it on one hop. A two-strike mistake for Crawford that Flores does not miss. And he's aboard with 2 down for Yastrzemski.
Yeah, he just sort of hung that 0-2 slider. Definitely not where you want. 2 strikes. Want that thing down and away. Try to get the swing and miss. Here's Yaz. Kind of sounds funny, doesn't it?
It does. He had such a cool moment at Fenway in 2019, which was the last time Red Sox and Giants have hooked up. We've not been here since 2016. Primarily because of COVID. We'll be here every other year now. 1 on, 2 down. The pitch to Yaz is outside. And it's 1-0 to him. The Arbella Insurance Foundation, dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every strikeout from a Sox pitcher, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. 1-0, backed up on the infield with 2 down. Here's the pitch. That is down and in. Another cutter, and it's 2-0. Yastrzemski, 11 homers, 32 driven in. Two and 0. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul, hit hard outside the first baseline. And it's 2-1 to Carl's grandson, Mike Yastrzemski.
Yeah, he has struggled a little bit here the last 19 games in a $135. Not really feeling it, still in that 4th spot for these Giants.
It is a gettable offense for Crawford and the Red Sox arms. Raffy level with the bag in on the grass halfway to second. 2-1 to the left-handed hitting Yastrzemski. Long set from Crawford. He throws, and that is a beauty. Fastball in the outside corner. It's 2-2. Yaz is griping. It looked good from here.
No, that's a good pitch. That is a good pitch. That's one thing these Giants do not do is steal bases. 28th in the league. They got 46 bags. Sox have 75. That's good for 14th. They don't run much.
2-2 pitch. Swinging a high fly foul out of the right field side into the seats as Turner gave chase. It's out of play. Casas is at first. As you now know, Justin Turner got his cardio in there. Long run, he's at second. The shortstop, as so often is the case, Yu Chang. Devers is at third. Duvall is in center with Verdugo in right and Duran out in left. Trevor Story hit another home run today for AAA Worcester. He's going to be back with the Red Sox when we come home off the West Coast. What an exciting thought that is. 2-2. Cutter at the belt. Steps off.
Yeah, Cora talked about it, I guess, before the game, even with you, just saying, they didn't want to put a time on it. You never want to put a timetable on a guy returning because, if you say August 4th and it's August 4th, he's not activated, then you start, what's wrong? Was there a setback? But Story came out and said, I want to be there August 4th when this team returns, which is a good sign. Get him back out there at shortstop, playing defense, add a little pop to the lineup.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Crawford has thrown 16 pitches. The next one comes home, and it's swung on and missed. He got him. Crawford fans, Yaz. Couple of punch outs in the first. Scoreless after an inning at beautiful Oracle Park. In the second, Devers, Duvall, and the red-hot Casas against Webb from the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI. Red Sox.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
The second half of the baseball
Football season is here, and each game means a little bit more. We're talking pennant races and wildcard chases, with each pitch bringing us closer to the playoffs. The free Odyssey app lets you listen to live play-by-play of your local team. So no matter what you're up to, you'll never have to miss another game. Download the free Odyssey app today and keep baseball close by all summer long. That's AUDACY. Odyssey.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Rafi Devers to lead it off for the Red Sox in the top of the second. Scoreless. Sox and the Giants. A Herb Chambers batting order brought to you by Herb Chambers, Lexus of Sharon and Lexus of Hingham. Pitch to Rafi. Popped right back our way. Into the stands, out of play, and just like that, strike one to Rafi. Devers got the Red Sox going the other night against Spencer Strider, golfing that slider out of the ballpark. A 1. Swing and a little chopper. Fair. It's right in front of the plate, and Devers is tagged out.
Wow.
He was waiting, thinking it had been behind the plate, but instead it snuck just to its side in fair territory and picked up by the catcher Bailey. Devers is gone on the little dribbler, one away.
Man, this thing, a changeup out in front, had so much spin on it. It looked like it was spinning back into foul territory behind the plate. And then just sort of kept going a little bit forward. And Bailey did a nice job jumping on it and just tagging Rafi.
Here's Duvall, who spent a season in San Francisco. He takes a fastball for a strike. Logan Webb, and it's 0-1.
You don't see too many 2U's in the book. 2-1 assisted.
You're not kidding. 0-1 to Duvall is a little outside. Slider that was close, but a ball, and it's 1-1. Duvall 4 for his last 11 with a homer and a double. Starting to heat up the 1-1. That's inside. Fastball 2-1.
Wow, they just showed that ball that Devers hit. Landed in the dirt right in front of the plate, spun back, and then while it was on the plate, stayed there and kind of came forward a little bit.
2-1 is
Crazy.
ripped down the left field line. Fair ball. This will be extra bases for Duvall. It caroms out of play, and for Adam Duvall, an automatic double on a shot down the left field line.
The ball man caught it. It's a fair ball. The ball man stands up. Now he's a little older fella. He stands up and he gloves it like right at him. He thought it was foul ball. It was a nice pick, but he just it was off the glove of Davis. Foul in fair territory easily. Yeah, he just stuck it out. Picked it up on the left side.
Please, Lou, in San Francisco they call them the bald dude.
Is it the bald dude?
It is. The dude did not abide. Right,
I mean,
there.
you know, it wasn't going to. It was an easy double by Duvall no matter what, but we got to stay away from that.
Sailboats off in the bay as Tristan Casas digs in. The scorching hot Casas takes a strike on a beautiful changeup, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, Casas absolutely on fire. You go on and on about what we've seen from him recently. I mean, since the All-Star break, he's pretty much number one in Major League Baseball in almost every offensive category. Average, home runs, he's tied, everything.
0-1 is crushed into right field. This ball is pounded. Yastrzemski back on the track. He can't get it. It bounces off the wall and out of play. Another automatic double. Casas stays red hot, and it's 1-0 Red Sox.
I mean, he's been an absolute machine. Like, really, since the All-Star break, tied with Major League Lead with 6 home runs. Number one in average, on base, slugging, OPS, you name it. OPS now is over 1.7. I mean, it's ridiculous how well
the
he's
bad
swinging.
pitch.
No, and Yaz kind of broke in almost like he thought he had this thing as on a line drive because it was on a line, but it was smoked so hard it went over his head.
Here's Alex Verdugo battling an 0 for 20, and he takes a fastball for strike one. It's one thing about this ballpark. I'm fascinated to see how Casas, Devers, and Yoshida handled it, because ordinarily, I think part of why Yastrzemski did that is ordinarily that kind of ball does not get over his head as Verdugo takes low.
You know, it's a big ballpark. It plays big, too, especially out here in San Fran. It's what really makes Barry Bonds more impressive. He may look small, but that ball was absolutely smoked to that 415 right center corner.
1-1 to Verdugo. The pitch is outside. Changeup that missed, and it's 2-1. I mean, Casas, it's like robotic at this point. He works himself early in counts into good positions and does damage. Massive home run to straightaway center the other night against Strider. The 2-1 is fouled off. Casas is kind of off with the pitch there. That would be the ultimate sneak attack, and it's 2-2.
Sure would have been. Meanwhile, you got to get this guy going, Verdugo, over his last 19 games, hitting $127. Kind of really just fighting it, trying to find it, want to get back to that short stroke. So, you know, I say it all the time, the answer is always the other way. Because it was just how many times did you see him take fastballs, whether it was in and a half, out over the plate, line drives to left center. He was just doing it left and right the first 2.5 months or so, 3 months really. And then July hit. It's been quiet ever since.
2-2 with Casas at second. The pitch is swung on and missed. He got him with a really good changeup. I mean, he can be so tough on lefties, Webb, because of that pitch. But Verdugo, who's in the absolute elite in lack of swing and miss, he started to strike out more in this cold streak.
Yeah, no, it was great at-bat after great at-bat, like Turner-esque, right? Fouling pitches off. And now there's a ton of swing and miss. There's some strikeouts there. It just wasn't the same there the first 3 months.
So here's Connor Wong, who very quietly has gotten hot. The pitch to him is outside for ball one. He's 7 for his last 15 over a 4-game streak. And in July, 19 for 57. With Casas and Devers and Duran going so nuts with Turner, that has gotten lost a little bit. 1-0 the pitch. Swing and a foul on the first base side, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, 365 this month. You know, he really hit the skids. You know, when Reese McGuire got hurt and he started catching every day. But it seems like this month there's been some more days off. Obviously, the All-Star break helped. It's like he caught his second wind because he's been smoking the ball ever since.
1-1 the pitch. Swing and a soft foul on the third base side. Check in on the Subaru of New England scoreboard in a moment. Subaru summer is finally here. It might not necessarily feel like it here. Make it a Subaru summer and a 2023 Subaru. It's good to see Casas produce. This weather day has not been his kind of day. Overcast for much of it. 1-2. Wong takes strike three. Beautiful changeup. Freezes him at the bottom of the zone, and the inning is over. But not before Casas gets the Red Sox a lead. He is unbelievable right now. 1-0. Bottom two next in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing. Together, millions of things for our planet. Summer means hotter days. Avoid using heat-generating appliances like stoves and dishwashers during the day. Use them during off-peak hours in the evening to minimize the effects of heat and save on electric costs. Late evening and early morning is also the best time to water plants and lawns, as water is less prone to evaporation. When we each share our one thing, it becomes 100 things, 1,000 things, 1,000,000 things for our planet. What's your one thing?
6 rings and football things.
Trent Brown. Listen, if the running game's going to work, if you want Mac Jones to stay upright, be healthy for 17 games, you need 2018 Trent Brown, or you just need his giant wall of humanity to perform for whatever that next contract is. Whoever, wherever it's going to be, don't care right now. Just attempt to really play and be the giant human you are. Yes.
Can I interject a better case scenario question, or more likely type question here at Trent Brown? We both put him in our best case scenario top 5. Mm-hmm. Better chance that come December, Trent Brown is a top 5, or in your case, top 3 player on the Patriots, or that he's not on the Patriots?
60-40 not on.
Like, I think this is a minefield that could explode.
Yeah, it is dangerous.
Subscribe to 6 Rings and Football Things. Available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Jones and Mego, weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
J.D. Davis leads it off from the right side against Cutter Crawford. Red Sox with a 1-0 lead by the Bay. The pitch is beauty from Crawford, 4-seam fastball, and it's 0-1. Davis 4 for 35 out of the All-Star break. Long-time New York Met. Crawford calmly into the wind. The 1-strike pitch is a little outside. Sweeper, they call it, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Crawford's one of those guys, they haven't thrown a slider and a sweeper, and I think if you asked him, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He just throws one pitch, slider, whatever you want to call it.
1-1 misses high. There are a lot of beautiful ballparks in Major League Baseball. We play in one of them all the time. Pittsburgh is right there, San Diego. San Francisco does lead the world in one thing in particular, the 2-1. Swinging a hard ground ball up the middle. Chang has been a vacuum. He's got it. He throws to first. Plenty of time to get Davis. And there's one away. The activity out on the water is just exceptional here. All game long, you got sailboats and kayaks and cargo ships. Yeah, just a scene unlike anything really anywhere else in professional sports.
Well, from up here in the booth, it's gorgeous. I mean, it's beautiful. Down as a player, you don't really get to see the water all that much at all. It's just an enclosed park. But up here, see the bay, it's fantastic.
Here's a pitch to Patrick Bailey, who's really impressed defensively. First-round pick out of NC State, and he fouls it off down the left field side, 0-1. He's cooled off at the plate, has Bailey. But these Giants pitchers rave about this kid. 0-1, swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. He got Logan Webb and Alex Cobb and all these Giant pitchers off of the pitchers edition of PitchCom. They called their own game for the first 2 months. Then this kid came up and they said, we're good. Here's the 0-2. That is strike 3 called. A beautiful curve on the corner, and they're 2 down.
Oh, fantastic breaking ball. He's got a good curveball going here early on in the game. And I was going to say that with Bailey. I mean, between Bailey and Wong, you get two of the better throwers here in the game. Young kids, too. Like, we rave Connor Wong with that pop time 1.89. This guy's a 1.87. Ooh. He throws up more runners than Connor Wong has, and we've seen what Connor Wong does on a daily basis.
Here's Luis Matos, right-handed hitter. He cues one foul off the end of the bat. It's on the Subaru scoreboard. Baltimore hosting the Yankees. They're scoreless in the 5th. The Blue Jays have beaten the Angels. Shohei Ohtani hit his 39th homer, but Toronto and Kevin Gausman win that one 4-1. So the Red Sox will need to win tonight. Keep pace with them. Rays have just gone ahead in Houston 4-3.
Yeah, that's a big one. Top of the 9th. Rays up 4-3 in Houston. Both those teams ahead of the Red Sox here in this wild card race.
The entire ballpark now blanketed in shadow. As the evening wears on, the scenery changes here. The 0-1. That is just outside. The sun obviously sets out beyond the Golden Gate here to our west over the Pacific Ocean. And when that happens, the Berkeley foothills off in the distance beyond left field are glistening. 1-1 popped up on the infield, foul side of third. Wong back behind the plate is unable to get there. It's into the seats, out of play.
This is your part of the country, isn't it? Well,
it is.
You love it out here.
It's awesome.
It's like a family reunion here. You and Brother Dave over in the other booth. It's nice to spend some time with the family.
Yeah, you and I and David played golf this morning.
Yes, we did. Amazing course. I wish I putted better.
You were like Casas off the tee, though.
You putt for me would have been better.
Yeah, 1-2. Swinging a high fly down the left field line, drifting foul. Duran watches it into the seats. Yeah, I mean, this night for me,
special for you.
It really is. I've been in this ballpark so many times with my brother, with my nieces, with my nephews, so many friends. I lived in this part of the country for 13 years. And it does have a place in my heart. And it's wild to come back here, be 2 booths down from my older brother. And the Red Sox are playing the San Francisco Giants. It does not get a whole lot better, especially with the Sox ahead. 1-0 in the second. 1-2 to the right-handed hitting Luis Matos. Crawford looking over the fingertips of that black glove into his abbreviated whine. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. What a nasty cutter from Cutter. He has fanned 4 through 2. 1-0 Red Sox in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of one most mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
6 rings and football things.
Trent Brown. Listen, if the running game's going to work, if you want Mac Jones to stay upright, be healthy for 17 games, you need 2018 Trent Brown, or you just need his giant wall of humanity to perform for whatever that next contract is. Whoever, wherever it's going to be, don't care right now. Just attempt to really play and be the giant human you are. Yes.
Can I interject a better case scenario question or more likely type question here at Trent Brown? We both put him in our best case scenario top 5. Mm-hmm. Better chance that come December, Trent Brown is a top 5, or in your case, top 3 player on the Patriots, or that he's not on the Patriots?
60-40 not on.
I think this is a minefield that could explode.
Yeah, it is dangerous.
Subscribe to 6 Rings and Football Things. Available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Hey, this is Tristan Costas. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
He's going to swing out of his ass.
Yu Chang to lead it off for the Red Sox in San Francisco. Chang, then the top of the order in Duran and Yoshida in the Herb Chambers batting order, which in this inning is brought to you by Herb Chambers, Audi Burlington, and Audi Brookline. Webb throws, and Chang bunts at it but misses it, and that is strike 1.
What a call by you between innings. How about a Chang bunt for a hit? What was my response? Nah. Try to hit 440.
Yeah, which he so often does. 0-1. Here's the pitch, and a swing, and a foul at his feet, and it's 0-2.
He doesn't get cheated, does he?
No.
No, there's some swing and miss there. There's no question about it. To be honest with you, just keep picking it, right? Brought some stability to shortstop. Feel good about the ball being hit there. His job to play defense in that 9-hole, and anything you get offensively, you'll take.
0-2. Swing and a little dribbler on the third base line. Bailey, the catcher, picks it up, spins and throws to first in time. And Yu Chang is gone. Impressive play with 1 down. Back to the top of the order for Jarren Duran. Giants came into play today in second place in the NL West, 3 games behind the Dodgers. San Francisco 56-47. It's sort of a much less complicated picture in the NL. The pitch to Duran. He's spoiled foul down the left field side. Dodgers, Braves, and Brewers lead the divisions in the National League. The Phillies and Giants tied for the top wild card, and then half a game back, Cincinnati, Miami, and then further back by half a game, the D-backs. Duran lines one into center field. That is a base hit in front of Matos. Hit too hard and right at the outfielder, so Jarren will have to stay at first, but I wouldn't expect he'll be there that long, although, as Lou pointed out, it's a fun matchup, speed on arm power behind the plate.
Yeah, this would be a good one. Patrick Bailey at 1.87 pop time. That is the lead. Again, Connor Wong's 1.89. He has thrown out 16 of 45 at 36%. We know we know Duran wants to go.
20 of 21 in steals, and they're thinking about it. They throw to first.
This is when, if you're going to go here, you're not going to go on the catcher. You're going to go on the pitcher. You try to guess a breaking ball count. Hopefully it's a big leg kick.
Here's Yoshida. He takes strike 1. Duran was sort of hopping away at first base there, but didn't feel he had him timed up. 8 for 11 are base stealers against Webb this year. 0-1. Duran a bigger lead now. Yoshida waits. Long hold. Jarren's running. The pitch is outside. Bailey's throw is tailing, and it is right there. Duran is gunned down. I mean, that was not only a great pop time and a throw, it tailed right into the glove and the tag, and Duran is nailed.
Yeah, we see that a lot, these catchers. You know, we always wonder, like, these balls taking off into center field, but it's like that direct line. They're throwing the ball, down that line 3 or 4 feet to the right of that bag, and this tag here got Duran right in the face. Right where he caught it, just put the tag on him. Man, he got him right in the face, too, that tag.
1-1 to Yoshida. He grounds one on the right side, and just like that, the inning's going to come to a close. Flores has it, takes it to the bag, and the inning is over. For just the second time all year, Duran Caught stealing. To the bottom of the third we go. 1-0 Red Sox in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Odyssey's I'm Listening is our commitment to more mental health conversations. Here's Corey Taylor of Slipknot on getting the help you need.
When people feel like they can't get any help, that's when they isolate and that's when they hurt themselves. Find what works. If it's medication, it's medication. If it's therapy, it's therapy. If it's both, it's both. But don't be afraid to try both. You know, there's nothing wrong with admitting that you need help.
Talk saves lives. For more mental health conversations, visit imlistening.org.
If this were a Reese's TV ad, you'd be staring at a Reese's peanut butter cup. And sure, my voice is peanut buttery smooth, but still, you need to see the peanut butter cups, right? No? I can really just say Reese's and you'll go get some? Okay, Reese's. 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 Really working, actually. Reese's. Reese's. I'm on to something. Reese's. Reese's. Reese's.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Patrick Wisely, the left-handed hitting second baseman, leads it off against Cutter Crawford in the bottom of the third in San Francisco. First pitch curve is in there. He's got it all going, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, he's throwing that curveball for strikes. Throwing 4 curveballs, all for strikes. Good get-ahead pitch.
0-1. Here's the pitch. Hard ground ball on the right side. Casas behind the bag, gloves, bobbles, flips underhand to the covering Crawford. Nicely done, one away. Here now is a guy that people in this part of the world think is going to be their next star. Marco Luciano playing his second big league game. In his first at bat as a pro, swung at the first pitch and launched one to the wall in left. Audible gasps here in SF, looking for his first big league knock. Young Dominican player, 21 years old. The pitch from Crawford, strike one. Powering Possibilities brought to you by Comcast Business. Complete connectivity, cybersecurity, internet, and mobile, all from one provider. Comcast Business powers possibilities. Here's the pitch from Crawford. That missed a slider, and it's 1-1.
He was their 15th best prospect according to MLB in the game. We spent 6 games in AAA. Was in AA, 6 games in AAA. They brought him up.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. He got him with a really good slider, and it's 1-2. You know, the Giants, although they play in a division that's far easier than the Red Sox, they're in a similar position in that they do feel like for the first time in about 5 years, they've got the makings of a young core. Bailey and this kid, Luciano. His family's in the ballpark for the first time. 1-2, popped up. Straight back and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Oh, Matos, the other guy, too, in center field. He's their number 3 prospect. He's the top 100 guys. MLB Pipeline's got him at number 67 in the game. So you've got some guys there. Patrick Bailey seems defensively. He's got this pitching staff locked in.
1-2 with 1 out in the third. Sox lead 1-0. Curveball a little bit low. I think, Lou, it's only the third inning, but for Crawford, this to me is the best he's looked in terms of commanding all of his pitches.
Yeah, that cutter's been getting a lot of swing and miss. Curveball for strikes. Secondary stuff's really impressive here so far.
2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him with yet another cutter. His 5th strikeout, and they're 2 down.
Yeah, you know, he comes in as advertised with that fastball, and, you know, it's always elevated on top of the zone. It gets a lot of swings and misses. But really, he's been kind of flipping the script here, getting a lot of cutters, curveballs. That's where a lot of the swings and misses are coming from here in this outing. Still effective fastball, but it's almost like it's setting up his secondary stuff here tonight.
So back to the top for Jock Peterson with 2 down. Here's the pitch. That is just outside. If I'm not mistaken, that's one of the few splitters he's thrown tonight. It missed, barely, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, I like that pitch for him. It's really changed the shape of it and the velocity from last year.
1-0 to the left-handed hitter, and a fastball misses high.
And it plays off the fastball up, the cutter in, the lefties. Last year he used to throw it like 87 miles an hour. This year it's 82, and it's a lot more effective. Doesn't throw it often, but when he does, it's a good pitch for him.
2-0 to Peterson. Here it is. That's high. 3 balls and no strikes. League leaders and who's circling the drain, presented by Dreams by James. Over here in the National League, Matt Olson, 80 runs batted in. Set the pace. Arenado was 77, and J.D. Martinez down the highway was 74. 3-0. That swung on and missed. Green lighted was Peterson. Four-seamer at 94, and it's 3-1. Arenado linked to the L.A. Dodgers as we get closer and closer to the deadline. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. He challenged again with heat, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, I was laughing the other day with the Arenado rumors in the Dodgers. Remember when he came into Fenway Park and he was just really struggling. He wasn't himself, and you're like, it's just a matter of time. You look up 287, 22 bombs, and 77 RBIs. And he got hot that weekend, if you remember, at Fenway Park, but good hitter, just a matter of time.
3-2 pitch is popped straight back. The Dodgers have been active already. Today they acquired Joe Kelly. They're bringing back all the old Dodger players. Kike earlier in the week. The White Sox fire sale is on. And that's traded away their closer David Robertson too. 3-2 from Crawford to Peterson. Here's the pitch. That is a little low, the slider. And for the Giants, just their second base runner, Peterson, aboard with 2 down, and extends the inning for Michael Conforto.
Yeah, they're bringing back a few of the boys, Kike and Joe Kelly, but according to our own Rob Bradford, I think he had the report that the Red Sox have no interest in moving Justin Turner, and why would they? So they can have those two, but they can't have Turner back.
He is untouchable.
Oh, should be.
For the things he's done for this group, here's Michael Conforto. 2 down, 1-0 in the third. Casas a little bit off the bag with Peterson there. Crawford throws, and he misses inside for ball 1.
Ooh, it's a good pitch. That's a strike. I agree with that. Walcott says that ball was away to Cutter Crawford. He's wondering where it was, and caught a lot of the plate.
45 pitches thrown for Cutter. And here now the 1-0. High fly into right field. Verdugo circles around it. Duvall comes over from center. And in the end, Adam calls him off to make the play. And the inning is over. The ball just does not carry on a night like this. To the fourth we go. Red Sox 1, Giants nothing on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The second half of the baseball season is here, and each game means a little bit more. We're talking pennant races and wildcard chases, with each pitch bringing us closer to the playoffs. The free Odyssey app lets you listen to live play-by-play of your local team. So no matter what you're up to, you'll never have to miss another game. Download the free Odyssey app today and keep baseball close by all summer long. That's AUDACY. Odyssey.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
6 rings and football things.
Trent Brown. Listen, if the running game's going to work, if you want Mac Jones to stay upright, be healthy for 17 games, you need 2018 Trent Brown, or you just need his giant wall of humanity to perform for whatever that next contract is. Whoever, wherever it's going to be, don't care right now. Just attempt to really play and be the giant human you are. Yes.
Can I interject a better case scenario question, or more likely type question here at Trent Brown? We both put him in our best case scenario top 5. Mm-hmm. Better chance that come December, Trent Brown is a top 5, or in your case, top 3 player on the Patriots, or that he's not on the Patriots?
60-40 not on.
I think this is a minefield that could explode.
Yeah, it is dangerous.
Subscribe to Six Rings and Football Things. Available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Gresh and Fourier, weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Justin Turner lead it off to some boos here against Logan Webb for the Red Sox in the Herb Chambers batting order. Brought to you in this inning. Herb Chambers, BMW of Boston, Sudbury, and Medford. Here's a foul ball on the first base side. Out of play from JT, and it's 0-1.
Hopefully these Giant fans will have an opportunity to boo Kenley Jansen a few times this series.
They have had some battles with him. 0-1. Here's a foul ball down the right field side. 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaws Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
0-2 pitch to Justin Turner. It's a slider in the dirt. So 1-2 to JT. Turner, Devers, and Duvall. The Red Sox 1-0. Here's the 1-2. That is outside. Another slider. Good take. 2-2.
Yeah. Another good take from Turner here with 2 strikes. Seen this over and over and over now for almost 4 months.
2-2. Swinging a pop-up on the infield. He got fisted there. Coming in is J.D. Davis from third. He makes the play. And there's one down for Rafi. Fourth inning is brought to you by Cars for Kids. Donate your car and help a child today. Schedule your free pickup at 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or carsforkids.com. And, of course, there's Cars with a K. Devers hit one about 2 inches and was retired his first time. He takes here. Change up low, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, I don't even know if it was 2 inches. That thing.
Like a couple of my T-balls today. 1-0 to Rafi. He hits one on the ground up the middle. Shortstop Luciano has it. He throws to first, and Rafi's 0 for 2. That'll bring up Adam Duvall. There's a lot of great news on the injury report, which is brought to you by Catchus Law Group. New England's personal injury pros have won over $2 billion for their clients since '86. Well, Trevor Story is going to join the club when we return from this road trip on the 4th of August. He's been red hot. He homered again. Reese McGuire feeling better. He may see the Red Sox in Seattle. Here's Duvall, who doubled his first time and scored the game's only run. He fouls the first pitch back for strike one. Houck and Whitlock just continue to throw bullpens. No yet plan for rehabs for them, but Chris Sale's going to start one next week. Here's a broken bat, looper foul down the left field line. That is true bat breakage. And it's 0-2. That wouldn't have happened had he used a bat from Cape Cod Lumber.
Well, you know, as far as Chris Sale goes, he's going to start that rehab. Now, recently in that last, I think the media talked to him. He's like, you know, whatever the team wants me to do, if they need me for a short period of time, a couple innings, or make me rehab, try to get up to 5 or 6 innings, whatever it may be. But it'd be interesting to see what they do with him. You know, do they give him 2 or 3 or 4 starts to try to get him up to 5 or 6 innings? Or do they sit there and say, we'll just take 3 and let you sort of be an opener and then kind of build your workload up from here in the big leagues?
0-2 to Duvall. The pitch is on the ground to third. Davis has been busy. He's got it. Duvall running hard, and the play is very close, but Duvall is gone. The Red Sox, I think, want to look at this.
Well, Davis feels this ball and kind of takes his time getting rid of it. Well, looks like they got him. They don't want to review it.
Very close in the end. 3 up, 3 down for Webb in the top of the 4th. 1-0 Red Sox. We're cruising along here by the Bay on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Odyssey's I'm Listening is our commitment to more mental health conversations. Here's Corey Taylor of Slipknot on getting the help you need.
When people feel like they can't get any help, that's when they isolate and that's when they hurt themselves. Find what works. If it's medication, it's medication. If it's therapy, it's therapy. If it's both, it's both. But don't be afraid to try both. You know, there's nothing wrong with admitting that you need help.
Talk saves lives. For more mental health conversations, visit imlistening.org.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Steak tips and lamb loin chops are on sale at Shaw's and Star Market today through Thursday. Pick up value pack sirloin steak tips and lamb loin chops bone-in for just $6.97 a pound when you use the digital coupon. Limit 2 packages. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now back to the play-by-play action.
Cutter Crawford has been awesome so far this evening. In San Francisco, he'll see Wilmer Flores, who's got the only giant hit to lead off in the 4th. He starts their Herb Chambers batting order. We've time to get you the Diesel Direct question of the day on our Twitter account. That's Sox Booth, brought to you by Diesel Direct, to remind you to stop wasting time at the pump. Get on-site fuel with Diesel Direct. Here's Flores swinging a hot bat from the right side. Crawford throws, and Wilmer skies one into center field. Not on this night in this yard. Coming in, Duvall and Duran in the end will cede to him. That's a couple times now in the outfield that Duvall has come very close to the corner outfielders. He makes the play, and there's one down.
Yeah, the corner guys, Verdugo and the one to right center, and Duran there, too. It's almost like they're caffeined up. Just going to let the center fielder make that play. It's his call all the way.
The Diesel Direct question is about Shohei Ohtani. One down for Yaz. Mike Yastrzemski. The pitch is right there on the corner, 0-1, with Ohtani on pace for 61 homers. Do you think he's got enough in the tank to break Aaron Judge's American League record, set last year at 62? 0-1. That's low. He hit one today and then left the game with leg cramps.
39 home runs. It's amazing that this guy is on a Aaron Judge pace in home runs and what he's doing offensively, while at the same point pitching every 5th day. I mean, it's never been seen before.
No, truly uncharted. 1-1 is a little low. I do think he's the face of baseball. He's talked about all the time. In some ways, we underrate what he's doing.
No, there's no question. I'm not sure we appreciate it enough.
No kidding. 2-1, the pitch. Swinging a fly down the left field line. Out of play. The Angels, adamant a couple days ago, they're not interested in moving on from Ohtani. And in fact, they went the other way. They gave up a couple more top prospects to get Giolito over from the Chicago White Sox. They are vulnerable right now in Anaheim. 2-2. Crawford throws. Popped up. Into shallow left field. Devers from third goes out, but in comes Jarren Duran. He's there to make the play. And they're 2 down.
You know, I was talking to James Paxton before the game about this, Ohtani, because he had just hit his 39th. And just talking to Paxton about like what it takes to pitch every 5th day as a starter. You know, the next day, the massage after throwing or whatever, the stretching with the arm, the running, you know, the shoulder exercises, a bullpen is mixed in there as well. And now you do everything you need to do to get ready to pitch. And oh, by the way, you're going to DH for the next 4 days.
It's remarkable. Here's J.D. Davis, a fastball high for ball 1. We just had a full bottle of water fall from the upper deck to the seats just in front of us. I think we're lucky nobody got hurt. Nobody looking up. Here's a line looper down the right field line, but foul. And on the play, it's 1-1. Steak tips and lamb loin chops are on sale. Shaw's and Star Market today through Thursday. Value pack sirloin steak tips and lamb loin chops. Going in for $6.97 a pound when you use the digital coupon, as Lou so often does.
All the time.
This is that time of night by the bay. The windows off on the Berkeley Hills, glistening with sunlight as it sets outside to our west. 1-2 after a foul ball back to the screen.
You mentioned the Angels.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's just desperate. You know, maybe appeasing a fan base. They know they're going to probably lose Ohtani. I just don't think him staying out in L.A., with the Angels at least. So now you give away a couple of big prospects to go get Giolito and Chase.
1-2 is just outside.
And, you know, you're 4 games out of the playoffs, and it's come November, you can sit there and say, we don't have Ohtani, we don't have Giolito, we don't have this lefty that we drafted in the second round who could be in our rotation. We don't have this future catcher of our organization anymore.
2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Cutter Crawford has fanned 6. He is rolling in San Francisco. We go to the 5th inning. Red Sox 1, Giants nothing on the Shaw's and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing. Together millions of things for our planet. Summer means hotter days. Avoid using heat-generating appliances like stoves and dishwashers during the day. Use them during off-peak hours in the evening to minimize the effects of heat and save on electric costs. Late evening and early morning is also the best time to water plants and lawns, as water is less prone to evaporation. When we each share our one thing, it becomes 100 things, 1,000 things, 1,000,000 things for our planet. What's your one thing?
6 rings and football things.
Trent Brown. Listen, if the running game's going to work, if you want Mac Jones to stay upright, be healthy for 17 games, you need 2018 Trent Brown, or you just need his giant wall of humanity to perform for whatever that next contract is. Whoever, wherever it's going to be, don't care right now. Just attempt to really play and be the giant human you are. Yes.
Can I interject a better case scenario question, or more likely type question here at Trent Brown? We both put him in our best case scenario top 5. Mm-hmm. Better chance that come December, Trent Brown is a top 5, or in your case, top 3 player on the Patriots, or that he's not on the Patriots?
60-40, not on.
I think this is a minefield that could explode.
Yeah, it is dangerous.
Subscribe to 6 Rings and Football Things. Available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Hey, it's James Paxton. This is the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Tristan Casas to lead it off for the Red Sox as we make our way into the 5th. It's a pitcher's duel, but Crawford for now has had the better of Logan Webb. Casas hit an absolute missile into what they call Triples Alley here. Not so much for him, but it bounced out of play for a double that scored the game's only run. Here he takes outside, ball 1. I mean, he's the hottest hitter in the game right now, is Casas. Do you think the plan against him is about to change?
Well, I do wonder if in the lineup is about to change.
Yeah.
Right? It's he's sort of like down there, and you got a guy like Verdugo on deck, but Verdugo hasn't been swinging at all. If I'm another team and I get into a spot with guys on, I don't know why I would pitch to him.
Duo is fouled off. He's done so much more of that in hitters' counts. He's been aggressive, and it's 2-1.
I almost wonder if you start giving him a little more protection, creeping him up this lineup.
Alex Cora talked to me before the game about the prospect that when Story returns, he's going to hit further down in the order to get reacclimated, because it is so different up here than rehabbing. Here's the 2-1. Casas fouls one off his foot. You hope he's okay. That is not what the Red Sox want. He goes down to his backside, seated in the box, but he's going to pop up. Should be okay.
Even the pitch before, he kind of fouled off himself and kind of hobbled around a little bit. This one here knocks him to the ground.
Grimacing a little bit as Masai Takahashi and Alex come out 2-2. But Alex said that when Story comes back, especially on the days when Justin Turner is in there, there's a possibility that Story will hit 7th and Casas 8th.
Yeah, that's a dangerous lineup. You got Wong 9th. Reese McGuire expected to return as well.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a high fly into deep left center field. It's carrying well. It is back. It is gone. Tristan Casas does it again. Left-handers not named Barry Bonds do not do that in this ballpark. It's the Casas show by the Bay, and it's 2-0 Red Sox.
I mean, there's hot, and then there's Tristan Casas. It's like a different level. You mentioned it's a long way. This is like a little two-seamer in, right? The one that Webb likes to throw at the lefty's hip, kind of get back over the inner half. Leaks out of a little bit too much of the plate. And he goes oppo here at Oracle, and it is not easy. It's $3.99 out there in left center. I mean, this ball is absolutely smoked with 2 strikes.
And it got like 10 rows into those seats.
I mean, the outfielders pretty much just turned around. It was hit that far.
That does not happen here. Here's Verdugo dying for a hit. He takes strike 1.
Wow.
Now a second baseball comes out of the stands from the fans out there.
Well, they threw the baseball out in the first place, and then Matos took it and threw it back into the stands, which was probably a mistake, because the minute the fan caught that one, they said they threw it back. They don't want any part of it. That ball went 435 feet.
Wow.
Oppo for Tristan Casas, 109 off the bat.
Wow.
435.
And on this night, now into the 50s, on a cool evening, the 0-1 is down. And I mean, I've seen hundreds of games in this park, Lou. You've played in a lot of them. Left-handed hitters do not do that.
No, they don't. They really don't.
1-1, the pitch is low. I mean, it's hard enough to get a ball out to right field as a left-handed hitter, anywhere other than right down the line. But the opposite way, that is freakish. The 2-1 is outside. Look.
Houses right now is in fuego. He really is. I mean, there's no other way to put it. He is absolutely on fire.
3-1 to Verdugo. He'd love to walk here. He swings and misses over a really good changeup, and it's 3-2.
See, that's the thing, man. When you're going bad like this, you get into a good hitter's count, 3-1, and you sort of just like, okay, sell out. This is it. I'm 0 for my last 21. He's going to throw me a sinker. I'm going to stay up the middle on. He throws that little cambio on you, that changeup, and you're out in front.
3-2. Webb winds. He throws. And a foul ball. To me, look, the lineup is great as it is. Alex Cora doesn't often deviate from plans. He did flip-flop Verdugo and Casas today. That has really paid off. With him this hot, it has to be under consideration to get him even higher. Here's a ground ball into right field. That's a base hit. The 0-for ends at 21, and Verdugo is aboard here in the 5th.
God, that feels good. I mean, 0 for 21. See that average come down at 270. Felt like 2 weeks ago he's hitting over 300. The minute he sees this ball go through the hole, he gets a little clap, kind of put the weight of the world off your shoulders, man. You're like, all right, can we just get hot again? Now we get through this thing.
Here's Connor Wong. Red Sox rallying in the 5th. Casas homer, Verdugo single. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. It's amazing about what Casas and Yoshida and Turner and Devers and Duran have done is that in a lot of ways you forget about Verdugo's struggles of late. An essential part of their offense. Here's the 0-1, and that's a double play ball up the middle. The shortstop Luciano to second for one, and it's bobbled. I'm not even sure he caught that thing. They're going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he did make the play and dropped it on the transfer. I think that's very close.
I think it's real close. Wisely almost treated it like a paddle. A lot of good second basemen do. They don't really ever really kind of close it, but yeah, so you got a bad angle here. We just see the glove. The glove kind of closes us out from this review. Now we get a better shot of it. Yeah, they're gonna give the benefit of the doubt to the second baseman. Cora just continues. They don't want to look at it.
They don't want to use the
that was a
challenge
close
here.
one.
So here now is Yu Chang in the 9-hole. Wong, remember, he runs so well. The pitch is a strike on the inside corner. In the end, I think Wisely is hurrying because he knows that Wong runs so well.
Well, yeah, I wasn't sure they were going to turn it because of Wong runs so well and it wasn't really hit well. It's got in on his hands. Luciano did a nice job getting it there, but
here's a chopper to the right side. Wisely comes in. His only play is to first. Chang is gone there. Wong up to second with 2 down, and here comes Jarren Duran.
That was a nice job. I mean, that's where Wong's speed comes into play. You don't normally say that about catchers, but Connor Wong runs really, really well, and Wisely gets this chopper just past that baseline, but Wong's running by him. He doesn't think about getting the lead runner. He only gets Chang at first base, and now he's in scoring position here with 2 outs.
Here's Duran, who singled his last time and was caught stealing. Wong flies. He leads at second. The pitch. Swinging a shot into the gap in right center field. This thing is way back, and it is caught on the run by the center fielder Matos, who outran the baseball. It just hung up, and that just underscores how freakish Tristan Casas is. That's what fly balls to the outfield here are supposed to do. In the end, Casas puts another one on the board. 2-0 Red Sox of the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
6 rings and football things.
Trent Brown. Listen, if the running game's going to work, if you want Mac Jones to stay upright, be healthy for 17 games. You need 2018 Trent Brown, or you just need his giant wall of humanity to perform for whatever that next contract is. Whoever, wherever it's going to be, don't care right now. Just attempt to really play and be the giant human you are. Yes.
Can I interject a better case scenario question, or more likely type question here at Trent Brown? We both put him in our best case scenario top 5. Mm-hmm. Better chance that come December, Trent Brown is a top 5, or in your case, top 3 player on the Patriots, or that he's not on the Patriots?
60-40 not on.
I think this is a minefield that could explode.
Yeah, it is dangerous.
Subscribe to 6 Rings and Football Things, available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Hi, my name is PJ Vogt. I host the podcast Search Engine, where every week I hunt down the answers to the questions I can't get out of my head. Like, why are drug dealers poisoning their customers with fentanyl? Or, is my local sushi restaurant a part of an international scam? Or, how sad are the monkeys at the zoo? If you, like me, find this world bewildering, but also sometimes enjoy being bewildered by it, check out the show on the Odyssey app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever else you listen.
The Rich Keefe Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cutter Crawford out there for the bottom of the 5th. Patrick Bailey, the giant hitter, takes a first pitch splitter off the plate for ball 1. It is the Tristan Casas show so far. Driven in both the runs, and it's 2-0 Sox. Here's the 1-0 pitch to the left-handed hitter, and it's fouled off. Cut fastball, and it's 1-1. Walmart stepping up to the plate. For every Walmart wall ball, they'll donate $100 to the American Diabetes Association. Visit AmericanDiabetesAssociation.org for free resources and support. Just can't get over what Tristan Casas is doing. Here's the 1-1 from Crawford. That's ripped foul down the right field line, out of play.
No, it's a different level. I mean, it's talk about locked in with damage. Driving the ball all over the place. I'm still stunned. 435 Oppo in this ballpark at night.
You don't see it. The 1-2 pitch. Swinging a little pop-up, not really a fly, into right center field. Carrying pretty well, but Duvall got an easy read on it. And Crawford has now sent down 5 in a row. Only 1 hit. It came with 2 outs in the first inning. And this can happen with Cutter Crawford. It sneaks up on you where he's 6-7 innings into a game and he's only given up 1 hit.
Yeah. No, it's been impressive. I mean, the fastball's actually down a little bit, sitting at 93 a lot here tonight. Normally 94.5. But that cutter and slider, curveball been real effective. Secondary stuff.
Here's a curveball from Cutter that misses outside.
I mean, he still has 10 swings and misses here on 32 swings, 31%. Still impressive.
Showing me and my brother on the San Francisco telecast at the moment. It's 1-1 on a foul ball back to the screen.
We had the 2 Flemings up there at the score on the TV at one point.
We don't want to break the monitors here. You know, these guys, Mike and Dwayne and my brother and John, have been so great to me over all the years my brother's been here. Really is special to be back. The 1-1 is inside.
I mean, are there any other brother tandems?
No.
That's it, just the Flemings. Yeah, and we're doing it right here in San Francisco.
Right here.
Same game.
Yeah, there have been some fathers and sons, but to do it like this, pretty cool. The 2-1 is fouled off. You know, I always used to come here, Lou, when I was working my way through the minor leagues because, I mean, my brother was here, but I always viewed it like as a real living example of what you're trying to achieve, right? Like the light at the end of the tunnel, this carrot that's out there. And it did always recharge me. Like, okay, I can take another bus ride to Bakersfield. 2-2 pitch to Luis Matos is fouled off on the first base side. And so it's been a wild ride to make it into the big leagues with a great franchise like the Red Sox. And there have been many moments, including the time, by the way, that the Giants came to Fenway 4 years ago. But to be back here in this exact yard for the first time, it really is a trip.
That's fantastic.
2-2 to Matos is low. That was curveball that missed, and it's 3-2.
Although he doesn't have your height, Dave.
I wish I had his game off the tee.
He is. You know what, though? It's not. It's boring. His golf game is boring. It really is.
It is.
It's like fairway, greens, two-putt. Like, who wants to play golf like that? I like seeing the whole course.
I certainly saw a lot of it today. 3-2. 2-zip Sox. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Crawford has it all going to Cutter. From Cutter, his 7th strikeout, and they're 2 away.
It's been an impressive outing. I mentioned that, too, because he went 4 innings in that rainout last Friday night against the Mets, so it wasn't like a big workload for him, and then he gets 6 days kind of in between, which is nice with some of these off days, and he has been sharp. That Cutter curveball mix has been fantastic.
So here is Brett Wisely. He loops one foul down the right field side, out of play for strike 1. Really a lot of reads. We've been talking too much about the beauty of this yard and family reunions. The Red Sox code word of the game is Gabe Kapler. Make sure to enter your code word in the member portal today to claim your points. Gabe Kapler, no space. 0-1 to one of Cap's players. Brett Wisely, wow, he swings and misses at a great splitter, and it's 0-2.
I like that split, too. Crawford up now at 70 pitches here in the 5th.
And with the off day, the bullpen is fully loaded and rested. It is likely that with Paxton tomorrow, the Red Sox want to open with Bernardino on Sunday. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a foul. You know, the Red Sox have all these lefties in the bullpen. The Giants, with Gabe Kapler, they do mix and match all the time. They got Austin Slater on the bench. It is almost inevitable that if a lefty comes on, Slater will hit. Alex Cora fully aware of that. 0-2 with 2 down. Here's the pitch. Swing and a shot into left field. Back into his left, Duran. On the run, he's there to make the play. And the inning is over. Another great outing for Cutter Crawford. We're through 5 by the Bay. 2-0 Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
6 rings and football things.
Trent Brown. Listen, if the running game's going to work, if you want Mac Jones to stay upright, be healthy for 17 games, you need 2018 Trent Brown, or you just need his giant wall of humanity to perform for whatever that next contract is. Whoever, wherever it's going to be, don't care right now. Just attempt to really play and be the giant human you are. Yes.
Can I interject a better case scenario question or more likely type question here at Trent Brown? We both put him in our best case scenario top 5. Mm-hmm. Better chance that come December, Trent Brown is a top 5, or in your case, top 3 player on the Patriots, or that he's not on the Patriots?
60-40, not on.
Like, I think this is a minefield that could explode.
Yeah, it is dangerous.
Subscribe to 6 Rings and Football Things. Available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Masataka Yoshida to lead it off for the Red Sox as we go into the 6th inning. 2-0 Boston thanks to a huge night from Tristan Casas. Yoshida, Turner, and Devers. The Herb Chambers batting order brought to you by Herb Chambers, Jaguar Land Rover Boston, and Jaguar Land Rover Sudbury. As Masa takes a fastball for strike 1.
You know, Logan Webb's been fantastic tonight. He just can't get Tristan Casas out. Casas 2 for 2 with a homer and 2 RBIs, but other than that, he's been great.
1 misses.
And
he's not alone in that.
Yeah, he loves throwing in this ballpark. I mean, he's got 9 starts this year. He's got a 2.02 ERA at home. All 9 quality starts.
1-1 is a chopper foul outside the first base line. And it's 1-2 to Yoshida. It was so unusual what happened to him last time in D.C.
Yeah, it was. You know, I think it was 1-2-3 in the first, but then all of a sudden that second inning, Guys are battling him. You get up to about 40 pitches. A couple of ground balls got through.
1-2. Swinging a chopper. This will stay in the field of play. Softly hit toward Wisely at second. He flips out of the glove just in time to get Yoshida. Really a nice play. The middle infield for the Giants. Looking good tonight, which is so important with the sinker baller. One down, and here comes Justin Turner.
Yeah, Yoshida here so far in 3 at-bats. Kind of just that. Those little choppers that we've been accustomed to. Now, we had yesterday off, but really just kind of beating the ball into the ground here for 3 at-bats so far.
Boos let you know that it's Justin Turner who killed the Giants in this ballpark. Here he takes his strike on the outside corner. Coming in, he was 4 for 9 against Webb. Tonight he's 0 for 2. Alex Cora made the point to me before the game about Turner. The 0-1 is another strike that, having seen Webb so much, as Justin so often has done, he was extra vocal in the hitters' meeting today, which is just invaluable. 0-2. That's outside. I know you went through that when you went from the AL East to the NL West. It must have been very important to get the book on pitchers for you.
Yeah, and back then it was, you didn't really play in the NL teams. We played just our rivals. Maybe Atlanta or the Mets. We didn't play everybody. So really the NL pitchers, you didn't know what to expect. You got to kind of see them for the first time. You're going on scouting reports. So having somebody in there that stepped in the box against them multiple times really helps.
1-2, the pitch. Swinging a ground ball on the left side. Luciano backhands beautifully. He throws to first, and Turner is gone.
He is smooth, isn't he?
He is.
Luciano. Mentioned Webb here, just kind of cruising through this game. And he likes the guy behind the dish, Quinn Wildcard. He's 4 games, 3 starts with him behind the plate. He's got a 1.07 ERA. Last year, 2 games with Wildcard behind the dish, 14 scoreless.
Ooh. Pitch to Devers is outside, ball 1.
And he'd probably continue that streak if it wasn't for just catching Tristan Casas at the wrong time.
Tristan, for the second straight game, has lifted this club on his back. The 1-0 is grounded on the first base side. Flores has it. He'll take it to the bag, and Logan Webb makes very quick work of the Red Sox in the 6th. Kenley Jansen is walking out to the Red Sox bullpen. Hopefully we'll see him a little later tonight in a place he's very familiar with. 2-0 Sox. Cutter back to the mound after this. Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The second half of the baseball season is here, and each game means a little bit more. We're talking pennant races and wild card chases, with each pitch bringing us closer to the playoffs. The free Odyssey app lets you listen to live play-by-play of your local team. So no matter what you're up to, you'll never have to miss another game. Download the free Odyssey app today and keep baseball close by all summer long. That's AUDACY. Odyssey.
You go for a walk in the woods. You come back with poison ivy. You pull some weeds and pull a muscle. Toss a frisbee, twist an ankle. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here to help. Our ER-trained providers will get you back to your summer plans quickly. 95% of patients head home in under an hour. With 6 locations open daily, from Falmouth to Orleans, get Cape-wide urgent care for minor illnesses and injuries. No appointment or referral needed. View wait times at capecodhealth.org. Minor emergencies, major attention.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Marco Luciano, the young star, rips one off the glove of Devers into left field, a base hit, and for that kid, what a moment. His first major league hit, and it opens the bottom of the 6th. I mean, it was scalded, but I think that's a play Crawford and the Red Sox would very much like Devers to handle.
Yeah, it was hit really hard. He jumped all over this first pitch. But it wasn't like Devers had to dive left and right. I think it was down just to his left. It was hit really hard. He's in on the edge of the grass. It was just off his glove.
They will definitely score that a hit. Second of the night and the first for that young man. The pitch to Jack Peterson, leadoff hitter, is a cutter He misses high. Peterson at the plate. Conforto on deck. Brought to you by On Deck, America's largest online small business lender. Apply today at ondeck.com. They play Peterson very much to pull. Double play depth up the middle. Devers where the shortstop normally stands. 1-0 the pitch. He squares to bunt, takes it back. And that's ball 2. Devers is in a real rut defensively.
Yeah, that ball there, it's hit hard, but it's just right to your left. He was playing out at short. Now that Peterson shows bunt, he kind of creeps back in baseline, more towards traditional third base.
Tying run at the plate in the 6th. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. He's done that a lot. That one only 91 with a four-seamer, maybe hitting a little bit of a wall.
Yeah, that fastball velocity hasn't been great all night, but it's been effective. 93, usually you see 94, 95s from Cutter, but the other stuff's been so good, particularly that cutter of his.
2-1 to Peterson. He's hit 10 homers this year. The pitch. Swing and a foul back. He was trying to leave there. Back to the screen. It's 2-2 in the Herb Chambers batting order. Brought to you by Herb Chambers Bentley, Lamborghini, Rolls-Royce, Maserati, and Alfa Romeo of Boston. You know, you were on this really from the time we walked down the first fairway today, Lou. We'll get into what you thought about Cutter Crawford coming into this start. It's 2-2 to Jock Peterson. Nobody out in the 6th. The man aboard the pitch is a bouncer off the chest protector of Wong. He spiked a curveball or a splitter maybe, and on the play, Luciano is up to second.
Boy, this splitter barely made the dirt. You know, it wasn't right bouncing right around the plate. This bounced probably 4 or 5 feet in front of the plate. It's an odd-looking delivery there from Crawford.
But for Cutter, who had the Tommy John procedure, last year's 77 1/3 innings. He hit a wall last season. Now in that same area, he's now thrown 77 innings this year. 3-2. Bullpen gets going for the Sox. The pitch. Swinging a high pop-up into shallow center field. Duvall, not the easiest sky right now, but he is in. He picks it up and makes the play. That feels like a really important out. There's one away.
Yeah, it does. Especially at 3-2, right? You know, base open. Last thing you want, you know, ball 4. Get things going now. You're talking about that third time around here facing Cutter Crawford. That's a big out for him.
It looks to me sort of like Josh Winkowski is warming in the Red Sox bullpen. They got it all available. And this time of year, Alex Cora is going to go for it pretty much every night they've got a lead. The trade deadline looming. Decisions to be made. Here's Conforto, who's been so streaky this year for the Giants. Does have power. He takes in the dirt. Curveball. And something different for Cutter in this inning. It's 1-0.
Yeah, it looks like you got a lefty out there, too. Tough to see, but I think it might be Bernardino going with Wink. Kind of lefty-righty. Got some lefties coming up. Got lefties on the bench. Cora just kind of wants all options, knowing the Kapler can go different ways.
Cutter at second with one down. Crawford throws, and Conforto rips one into center field, and that's down for a base hit. Duvall plays it on one hop. They're going to send Luciano Casas. Cuts the throw. Head first slide, and the Giants cut the lead to 1. The wild pitch, enormous in this inning, and it's 2-1.
Conforto hits that line drive out the center. Duvall, he's going to catch and release, try to get rid of it as quick as he can. Luciano runs well, scores on that one kind of relatively easy. But like we've seen in the past, at least Duvall kind of hits Tristan Casas right around that pitcher's mound to not allow Conforto to take second base, which has been an issue all year long.
The Bush is out to the mound to talk it over. I think with the lefty Bernardino warming up, it is pretty easy to see that with Yastrzemski on deck now, this is going to be Crawford's last hitter no matter what.
You would think so, because it's, you can bring in Bernardino if you need to be, all right, for three-hitter minimum, unless he gets out of the inning, but still it'll be Yastrzemski, Davis, and then the lefty Bailey. Actually, Bailey's a switch, so. But you got to think Bernardino's coming in for Yaz.
Here is Flores, their best hitter right now. Big spot, 2-1 the score. Tying run at first with one down in the 6th. Crawford sets at the belt, he throws, and a fastball, a good one, 0-1. It is also worth repeating, it underscores why the Red Sox need Devers to make that play. I mean, it was hit hard, but this is the big leagues. Right off his glove. 0-1. Cutter sets. Holds, he throws, and a cutter misses outside. I mean, he was wonderful the first couple of months of the season, Devers was. In fact, he was in like the top 10 in runs saved at third. He's had a bad 2 weeks defensively.
Yeah, there's been a few of those, too. Like, listen, third base, you get smoke shots all the time. That ball was smoked at him, but you're catching the ball 100 miles an hour off the bat. Most third basemen kind of react and catch it.
1-1 is an awful swing and a miss. Flores badly fooled there on a cutter. And it's 1-2.
Yeah, this is a big hitter here. Flores, the hottest hitter for the Giants and has been for quite some time. Hitting .414 his last 18 games. This is a big out.
1-2. Crawford sets. Here's the pitch. It's low with a cutter, and it's 2-2. Steak tips and lamb loin chops are on sale at Shaw's and Star Market today through Thursday. Value pack sirloin steak tips and lamb loin chops. Bone in for $6.97 a pound. And you use the digital coupon. Key hitter right here. 2-2 to Wilmer Flores. Been Mr. Clutch for the Giants this year. Crawford throws. Swinging a high drive into left field. This thing is back at the track. Duran in front of the wall is there to make the play. Thank you very much. Cool air of San Francisco. It is caught in front of the wall, and they're 2 down. That will be the last pitch thrown by Cutter Crawford.
I cannot believe that ball stayed in the ballpark. Like that ball off the bat, Flores thought he got it. I thought he got it. Ball just does not carry. I mean, it's 339 down the line. It's 354, and that kind of towards left center. Figure this ball was in the stands easily. It's a cold night. Ball just stayed up there, and luckily for Crawford and the Red Sox, this thing stayed in the yard.
They are going to go to Bernardino to face, at least ostensibly, Mike Yastrzemski. But as we said before the ball game, Gabe Kapler is extremely aggressive with his bench. I mean, he may well go to Austin Slater right here. Good stuff from Cutter Crawford. I think he clearly hit a wall here in the 6th inning. The Red Sox get away with it with 2 down. Bernardino out of the bullpen right after this. 2-1 in the 6th. Red Sox lead on the Shaw's and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
During this call to the bullpen, it's the perfect time to check out all the great content at buyfordnow.com. Find Ford offers you won't see advertised anywhere else. Search Ford dealer inventory for your dream vehicle. Compare Ford SUVs, trucks, and electric vehicles versus the competition. Calculate your trade-in value and learn about exclusive offers for military and first responders. So, visit buyfordnow.com and then see your New England Ford dealers.
Brennan Bernardino is on out of the bullpen for the Red Sox, and on cue, Gabe Kapler is going to make a move. He will go to a right-handed hitter. I'm almost certain that is Austin Slater. It is. He comes on with 2 down in this 6th inning. For every Red Sox double, we're going to donate $50 to the American Diabetes Association. Brought to you in part by the Mass Health Connector, the place to go if you need health insurance. Go to mahealthconnector.org to stay in the game and get covered. So Yaz is done, and Slater, the Stanford man, just up the road from his alma mater, will face Brennan Bernardino, the man who Alex Cora has called the ace. He got another big out the other night against the Braves, and with Paxton going tomorrow, Red Sox figure they can use Bernardino today and hopefully to open on Sunday. But Lou, this guy really is one of the stories of the entire season.
He really is. I mean, they kind of pulled him up. Remember, it was Joely Rodriguez and Rick Blyer, like these two guys with the lefties coming out of the pen. They both go down early in the year. Here comes Bernardino, kind of out of nowhere. Ian Bloom goes and finds this guy, and he has been so good, particularly against lefties, but overall, really done a nice job. You know, facing a guy in Slater that's really struggling, 8 for his last 51. 4 of those 8 hits have been homers, and he's got a couple of pinch hit homers, too.
Including one on Wednesday against the A's. Here he is. The pitch is way high outside, ball 1.
You know, Bernardino, sinker, slider. Well, he calls it a curveball. I call it a slider. Because that release point that he has, to me, it's more side to side, but they still call it a curveball.
1-0. That is that breaking pitch on the corner. It is slider-ish, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, it isn't just that true 12-6, that's for sure. And he kind of has that 3-quarter delivery. Call it whatever it wants, as long as it drops in there for a strike.
1-1 to Slater. The pitch. That is a beauty. Fastball. He attacks, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's a good pitch there. After that little backdoor breaking ball, kind of paints down and in here on Slater.
Alex Cora knows Gabe Kapler. He anticipated this matchup, and he wanted it with Bernardino. The 1-2 curveball misses down and in. It's 2-2. That's one of the things that's been a pleasant surprise about Brennan. He gets righties.
Yeah, and he's done a nice job all the way around. And he calls him his ace because he's got that, he's had a few opening starts, and he's been fantastic in that role. And of course, it usually gets followed up by a piggybacking of Nick Pivetta, who's been great.
2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 down in the 6th. 1 run, Red Sox lead the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Bernardino, the ace indeed. Red Sox stay ahead to the 7th. We go 2-1 by the Bay on the Shaw's at Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing, together millions of things for our planet. Water sports are a great summer activity and can be eco-friendly too. Avoid activities like jet skiing or water skiing, opting for activities like kayaking or paddleboarding instead. Swimming, snorkeling, and diving are great activities too, and have virtually no impact on the environment. And use sunscreen labeled Reef Safe to help protect marine wildlife. When we each share our one thing, it becomes 100 things, 1,000 things, 1,000,000 things for our planet. What's your one thing?
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
6 rings and football things.
Trent Brown. Listen, if the running game's going to work, if you want Mac Jones to stay upright, be healthy for 17 games, you need 2018 Trent Brown, or you just need his giant wall of humanity to perform for whatever that next contract is. Whoever, wherever it's going to be, don't care right now. Just attempt to really play and be the giant human you are. Yes.
Can I interject a better case scenario question, or more likely type question here at Trent Brown? We both put him in our best case scenario top 5. Mm-hmm. Better chance that come December, Trent Brown is a top 5, or in your case, top 3 player on the Patriots, or that he's not on the Patriots?
60-40, not on.
I think this is a minefield that could explode.
Yeah, it is dangerous.
Subscribe to 6 Rings and Football Things, available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Hi, this is Adam Duvall. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Red Sox leading 2-1. Adam Duvall, Tristan Casas, and Alex Verdugo lead it off in the Herb Chambers batting order, brought to you by Herb Chambers Chevrolet Danvers. Duvall in his return to the Bay Area has doubled and grounded to third. What a job by Bernardino. You figure the Red Sox may well try to go now Winkowski, Martin, and Jansen finish this thing up as Duvall wraps the first pitch foul outside the third base line.
Well, it's a spot where the Sox have been really tough this year when they're leading after 6. They're 41-2. Cora talked about before the game having guys like Martin and Jansen out there, and guys with good stuff, but also throwing strikes.
0-1 is outside, 1-1.
Which was such a problem last year. There's some stuff out there, but the inability to throw strikes, get ahead, walk a guy here and there, and now you got that experience in the back end.
1-1. That's a strike at the top of the zone. Slater stays in the game. He's in left. Conforto moves from left to right. The Phillies have apparently expressed a deep desire to land Adam Duvall, but I think the way the Red Sox are going, they're going to be less eager to part ways with him. They started to swing the bat well, but not as well as the man on deck, Tristan Casas.
We just want to get somebody on base in front of that guy, no?
That was the formula in the second. That scored the Sox first run. 1-2. That's strike 3 at the top of the zone. Duvall thought that was high. He is rung up. 4th punch out for Webb, and so Casas will bat with the bases empty and 1 down in the 7th.
Certainly looked like it was up from here, too.
Replay. I think
Top of the zone.
Proves you right.
You get that sinker, too, right? Up in the zone as a hitter, you give up on it, and that movement down kind of just caught the top of the zone.
Here's Casas. He takes outside. Ball one. 2-1 Boston. This copyrighted broadcast brought to you by the authority of the Red Sox and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The 1-0. Swinging a hard ground ball on the right side. They're finally going to get Casas out. Wisely has it. He throws to first. And they're 2 down. Logan Webb has been super efficient. He threw 75 pitches through 6. The 75th he threw. Brought to you by Dana-Farber Cancer Institute and the Jimmy Fund as we honor its 75th anniversary. All right, here's Alex Verdugo. Singled. Break up a long drought. He chops the first pitch to first base, and it's easily handled there by Flores. That was easily the quickest inning of the ballgame for Logan Webb, and it sends us to the 7th inning stretch. 2-1 Red Sox. I think Winkowski's coming on for the bottom half of the Shaw's Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This break is brought to you by Adobe Photoshop. Here's a fun fact. Every day, millions of people around the world use Photoshop to create all kinds of cool stuff. Designs for t-shirts and posters, graphics to promote brands and businesses, images for social and websites. Anyone can do it. And to the guy who put a bulldog's head on a parakeet's body, you, sir, are a genius. Get started for free today. Click or tap the banner to head over to Photoshop.com.
Odyssey's I'm Listening is our commitment to more mental health conversations. Here's Corey Taylor of Slipknot on getting the help you need.
When people feel like they can't get any help, that's when they isolate and that's when they hurt themselves. Find what works. If it's medication, it's medication. If it's therapy, it's therapy. If it's both, it's both. But don't be afraid to try both. You know, there's nothing wrong with admitting that you need help.
Talk saves lives. For more mental health conversations, visit imlistening.org.
United Ag and Turf has a deal for all you do-it-yourselfers. Pick a John Deere 1025R compact tractor for only $168 per month and smooth out that driveway by adding a rock rake for only $15 a month, or manicure your lawn with our famous Drive-Over Auto Connect mid-mount mower deck for only $38 more. DIY with a choice of 8 different in-stock attachments. Get more done for less when you experience United, your local John Deere dealer. Go online at unitedequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Josh Winkowski is on for the bottom of the 7th. Everybody stretched out at Oracle Park. 2-1 Red Sox lead thanks to Tristan Casas. Wink, an overhead wind and delivery to J.D. Davis. Another good fastball for a strike. It's 0-1, and Lou Winkowski's been throwing harder, and out of the break, he's been dominant.
Yeah, you've been seeing 98 a lot from Josh Winkowski.
Here's the 0-1. That's fouled off. That looked like a cutter. Spoiled out of play, and it's 0-2.
You know, one thing I think it's helped him out, too. Listen, he goes 2+ innings. We know that. But given the way the bullpen structure with the lack of right-handers out there late in the game, Alex has been sticking him to 1 inning. He's been letting it eat a little bit.
0-2. That is just outside. Was that close? And it's 1-2. Yeah, Alex confirmed he wants him to be a 1-inning guy for now. At least until guys like Whitlock and Houck return. Here's the 1-2 pitch. High, way high with a fastball. 97. And it's 2-2.
Yeah, the innings getting up there, too, for Wink. He's second in baseball and first in the AL. 55 innings out of that bullpen.
He was leaking oil going into the break, but he's been unreal after.
A little rest maybe helps. 1 inning at a time, too.
2-2. Swinging a shot on the ground into right field. That's a base hit. Now, that was a cutter that got too much of the zone, and the tying run is aboard, leading off the 7th. On the Subaru New England scoreboard, Subaru Summer finally here. Make it a Subaru Summer to 2023 Subaru. Aaron Judge has returned to the lineup for the New York Yankees, and boy, do they need him. They're playing the Baltimore Orioles, and that game is scoreless in the bottom of the 8th inning. It was a game started by Grayson Rodriguez, 6 1/3 shutout for him. And Garrett Cole, again, 7 great innings for the Yanks. Here's Patrick Bailey, left-handed hitter, and a fastball misses outside from Winkowski, 1-0.
You mentioned that Wink, too. A lot of it really was location. Sometimes he was playing with so much confidence early in the year. When he wanted to hit a corner, he would. Then everything started leaking over the middle of the plate a little bit. He started getting hit around there for a couple of weeks.
1-0. That is a strike. That was in there, but that's not how he wants to throw that cutter. That's like the one to Davis that got so much of the plate. Levels the count, 1-1. Pitch black skies overhead. Wind is still whipping. Pitch, that's outside. Winkowski not looking as sharp right now. It's 2-1.
No, not with the location. We've seen some 97, 98, but it's not spotted.
J.D. Davis leading over at first. Casas holds him there. Double play depth behind Winkowski. He throws. And a shot into right field, a base hit. Back-to-back knocks for the Giants. Tying run at second. Go-ahead run at first with nobody out. And here comes a pinch hitter for Gabe Kapler and the Giants.
Back-to-back now. This was another cutter. As you mentioned, in that same spot that he got away with that strike. It's up, but it just kind of spinning more than anything. Like get that ball in on the guy if you get it jammed. If he can turn two because it doesn't get out to that outfield, but that ball was hit hard.
I mean, he's thrown 3 really looping cutters in this inning, and now Red Sox in some trouble. Gabe Kapler will go to his bench for a left-handed hitter, Blake Sabol, young catcher who does have tremendous power. And he's got a real chance here. It's interesting, some managers in this situation at home might have just said, all right, we're trailing by 1 run, bottom part of the order. Luis Matos maybe try to sacrifice to move the runners up, but Gabe Kapler's going for it right here.
Well, we'll see, because Sabol struck out 13 of 21 times since the All-Star break, so there is a ton of swing and miss. I don't know whether he's a good bunter or not. That might have been the situation as well. Let's bring this guy in and put a bunt down. But he does have some pop, as you mentioned.
Casas is late racing in from first. Devers already in. Here's the pitch. He is not bunting, and he takes up and in for ball 1. And how the tenor of this game has changed. Now another lefty is warming in the Red Sox bullpen. Looks like Richard Blyer. Got the lefty wisely on deck. 1-0, 2 on, none out the pitch. Swing and a foul back. Man, he got away with another hanging cutter straight back, and it's 1-1. In some ways, he needs to stop throwing that pitch.
Yeah, that cutter right now it's not exactly doing what he'd like. Getting hit a couple times, got away with a few of them.
This guy's a .377 hitter with runners in scoring position. 1-1. Winkowski's ready. He throws. Swing and a miss. A big fastball at 98. Stick with that one. It's 1-2.
Yeah, there you go. There's that velocity. Good little movement late, too. Nice little run to it.
I mean, after that swing, it's hard to imagine throwing anything other than that pitch right here.
I'm with you. A little elevated, too, while we're at it.
Davis at second. A tying run. Bailey at first. He's the go-ahead run. 2-1 Red Sox in the 7th. Winkowski rests his glove on his left hip. Now he sets at the belt. Here's the 1-2. Foul back. He went back to the sinker, and that's a good job by Sabol to stay alive on 98.
Yeah, that was paint down and away. He just kind of reached out and just got a piece of it. It was a nice job following that thing off. A little ground ball piece to Turner.
He's been very good at inducing double plays, has Winkowski. 1-2. Here's the pitch. That is low. That was a cutter with more break, better pitch, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, that was a better shape to it, a little more depth.
Winkowski this year has induced 9 double plays in 55 innings. He would love one here. 2-2. It is a double play ball up the middle. Turner backhands, flips to second. Chang has it. What a play by Justin Turner. They only get the one out at second base. I thought it was closer to Turner. In the end, a wonderful diving play by Justin to get there and then flip out of the glove to get the innings first out.
Wow, this was impressive by Turner. Maybe the range isn't there, but still he gets to this ball. You're right, it's hit right up the middle, not at him. He catches it, and as he's diving forward, he flips it from his glove to Chang to at least get the force out and keep a possible double play to get you out of this. But the glove flip as he was diving, very impressive play by Turner.
Well, now on the play, obviously, Davis moved to third. And here's the left-handed hitting Brett Wisely. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on a miss. He's got the cutter going a little bit now. Better spin on that one. It's 0-1.
Wow, what a play by Turner. Be able to get to it. Like I said, it wasn't like he didn't catch it and then flip it while running. It was almost, he had to lunge, almost dive, and flipped it while he was in the action of diving.
First and third, the 0-1 is a bluffed bunt, and it's a strike on the outside corner. That was a little safety squeeze look from Wisely. He took it back unwisely, and it's 0-2.
Look at you. Very good call. Everybody's crashing. Devers crashing hard. Everybody.
Such a hard play to defend.
It really is if it's executed properly, but now you got him 0-2. You got to go for the strikeout here.
Kowski's ready. He throws. Swing and a miss. He got him. Great cutter, and they're 2 away.
Boy, all of a sudden that cutter woke up, didn't it? Like early in this game, he was getting away with it. It was just spinning. There was absolutely no depth whatsoever. And now this thing's almost looking like a hard slider, but it's impressive.
And now Gabe Kapler is going to hand the bat to his young star in the making, Marco Luciano, in a meeting on the mound to discuss things over here. What an enormous pitch that is, and what a chance this is for the young guy, Luciano.
Wow. It's a big strikeout there by Winkowski. Like we said, the first couple of hitters, this cutter was non-existent, just sort of spinning. Then all of a sudden, the last 2 hitters, it really woke up.
4 every 4-bagger the Red Sox hit this season. Red Sox Radio Network donates $40 to Cards for Kids. We're making our donation. You should too. 877-CARDS-FOR-KIDS at cardsforkids.com. And Tristan Casas making that organization some dough. His homer right now, the difference in the game, but it is on the line. 2 down in the 7th. Tying run at third in J.D. Davis. Go-ahead run at first in Sable. 2 down for Luciano. He takes a cutter and misses outside for ball 1. This kid got his first big league hit with his parents on hand. Back in the 6th inning, a hot shot off of Devers' glove at third. 1-0. Winkowski throws. That is a strike, a perfect pitch on the corner, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, he's got that cutter working now. Just off that outside corner. That's a really nice 1-0 pitch.
Ball 1 strike. 2-1 Red Sox. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A big fastball in under the hands at 98, and it's 1-2.
I think it's some serious action down and in. That's a tough pitch to handle. 98, almost like two-seam down and in action. This thing goes right underneath the bat of Luciano. This is a tough pitch at 98.
Now, there's so many different ways Winkowski could go. Wong is out in front of the plate setting up the defense in the event. But Sable thinks about going from first.
Yeah, once you got 1-2 count, you're probably going to hold that baseball. You don't want them to do anything double steals to tie this game up. You got to make Luciano get this knock to earn it.
1-2. Winkowski's ready. He throws high. Strike 3 called at the top of the zone. Inning over. A cutter that probably caught the zone by a seam, and Josh Winkowski pitches out of a jam.
He walks off screaming, too. What a big pitch. Big 2 hitters there from Winkowski. Got in some trouble, but he finished it off.
Man, Quinn Walcott, thank you very much. We go to the 8th inning. 2-1 Sox over the Giants in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Arbella Insurance has been serving the New England community for over 35 years. We're your friends, your neighbors, your fellow New Englanders. We circle the same rotaries and clean up after the same storms. Being your neighbor helps us provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for New England, here for good.
Fire up that grill. Steak tips and lamb loin chops are on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Hey,
It's Joe from my friends at Shaw's and Star Market. Today through Thursday, pick up value pack sirloin steak tips and lamb loin chops bone-in for just $6.97 a pound when you use the digital coupon. Limit 2 packages. When you shop with the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals and earn points on every purchase. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Get grilling with big savings today. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Hey, it's Fourier. With over 133 million Americans living with diabetes or pre-diabetes, we are all at risk. 1 in 5 adults don't know they have it. Do you? Take 1 minute out of your day and take the American Diabetes Association's diabetes risk test. Know your risks? Then learn your numbers today. Visit diabetes.org/risk test. Knowing is the first step to better overall health because today's diabetes hits different, but so do we. Brought to you by our good friends at Walmart.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Connor Wong, the hitter for the Red Sox in this top of the 8th inning. It's already 1-1 to him. The first pitch slider from Webb had missed, and now foul ball back. It is 1-1 to Wong in the Herb Chambers batting order. Brought to you by Herb Chambers Kia of Burlington. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Wong takes low. 7-pitch, 7th inning for Logan Webb. He's now only needed 85 overall pitches.
Talk about efficient here in the 8th. Continues to throw the ball well here at this ballpark.
2-1 is on the ground and into left field. That's a base hit. A great start for Connor Wong here. And you have to wonder now, with Chang coming up, whether the Red Sox, in one way or another, are going to play a little small ball.
He probably will here. Maybe the top of the order coming up here next. And got to be thinking Chang, who squared around earlier to kind of show bunt for a hit. But I was wondering if J.D. Davis at third was going to wake up because he's playing way back in the grass as he creeps up now to the edge of the grass, looking for that bunt.
Here's Chang Sox looking for insurance. The pitch, he does square and he whiffs at it. A sinking fastball, and it's 0-1. That was awkward looking for Chang.
Yeah, it was. That looked like a bunt hit. It was really late. A lot of movement with the legs. To me, just sort of square, push this thing down to first base and move Wong to second.
Taylor Rogers, one of 2 Rogers twins, is up in the pen, and Chang, soft bunt back to the mound. Webb gloves. His only play is over to first. It wasn't perfect, but it gets the job done. A sacrifice for Chang, and Wong is into second.
Yeah, he deadened it, though. Kind of directional right to Webb, but he deadened it enough that Webb had to kind of come in too far to get it. He gets the job done.
Well, Rogers, Taylor, that is one of the great left-handed relievers in the whole game, and so Gabe Kapler is going to go to him right here with Duran Yoshida due up. And this will be a real test for the Red Sox against one of the unique sidewinding left-handers in the whole game. Logan Webb is off, and he deserves the hand he's getting. He was outstanding, just bettered by Tristan Casas here tonight. 2-1 in the 8th. Pitching change for the Giants. Want to remind you to stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. And on the Cape Cod League scoreboard, which is always brought to you by Cape Cod Healthcare, the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod League, with 6 convenient urgent care centers from Falmouth to Orleans, open daily with no appointment needed. And staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at CapeCodHealth.org. We'll get you some scores down the Cape after this, but 30-second break. Rogers to face Duran. No, he won't. It'll be Rob Refsnyder to pinch hit with a runner in scoring position in the 8th in the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
America, it's time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford vehicle. And it all starts at your local Ford dealer during the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of Ford trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need to discover your best summer ever. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover summer with Ford. This is your time to discover summer at your local Ford dealer.
Arbella Insurance is the presenting sponsor of the Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon. We've been proudly supporting Dana Farber and the Jimmy Fund and its mission to provide life-saving cancer care, research, education, and prevention for over 15 years. Donate $50 or more to the Jimmy Fund, and you could save 6% off your car insurance with Arbella. Find a local independent agent at arbella.com. Arbella, here for the Jimmy Fund. Here for good.
One of the Rogers twins, Taylor Rogers, is on out of the bullpen, and he has just been absolutely dominant against lefties. That's why he'll see Refsnyder. But first, 10 seconds, station ID. The Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Top of the 8th, 2-1 Red Sox. Rob Refsnyder to pinch hit against Taylor Rogers. The pitch is ripped on the ground into left field. A base hit. Connor Wong, he comes home to score. Left-handed slayer Rob Refsnyder delivers in a pinch, and it's 3-1 Red Sox.
You know, Ecore's done this all year long for Duran late. I know people don't like him coming out of that game, but when a guy like Refsnyder, who hits lefties the way he does, and also Taylor Rogers, this guy's a different animal. Now, lefties were 4 for 57 off of him. That is good for a 70 batting average. 257 OPS. You don't want lefties facing this guy. He's nasty. Refsnyder, unbelievable.
Here's Yoshida, a lefty. Takes fastball high for ball one.
Yeah, Yoshida's going to have to wear this one. He's going to have to face this guy because lefties aren't touching him. Righties, hitting 250 off him. Refsnyder, unbelievable. Comes in off the bench, hanging slider, first pitch. Knock.
What a weapon. Here's Yoshida lining one on a hop. Backhanded beautifully over at third by Davis to second for one. Relay to first. In-time double play. And a little one-hop looper ends the inning. But a huge insurance run produced by Wong and Refsnyder. 3-1 to the bottom of the 8th. Chris Martin's going to come on for the Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Here comes the fun at WaterWiz Water Park. Just minutes from Cape Cod. Speed down our all-new slide experience. Splash around in the wave pool. Float down the lazy river. And enjoy delicious new food options. We are now open for the season, so get ready to whiz out with the entire family. Visit waterwiz.com to buy your tickets online and save. For the best price, purchase your tickets on our website before the day of your visit.
Arbella Insurance has been serving the New England community for over 35 years. We are your friends, your neighbors, your fellow New Englanders. We circle the same rotaries and clean up after the same storms. Being your neighbor helps us provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for New England, here for good.
Riverhead Building Supply offers a full range of statement-making windows from Marvin, from traditional double-hung windows to expansive modern styles in custom colors, black or white. Marvin windows are perfect for new construction, remodeling, or replacement projects. Marvin has been helping contractors bring their clients' projects to life with uncompromising quality for 100 years. Visit a Riverhead Building Supply showroom or find them online at rbscorp.com. Build smarter, build better with Riverhead Building Supply.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Chris Martin trying to protect a 2-run lead. He's been unbelievable for the Red Sox. 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. We owe you the results of the Diesel Direct question of the day, brought to you by Diesel Direct. I remind you to stop wasting time at the pump. Get on-site fuel with Diesel Direct, and it's very close. 62 homers, the mark for Shohei to tie Aaron Judge. 52% say he will, 48% say no. So here is Martin after Winkowski made so many big pitches to get out of the jam and keep the Red Sox ahead. Martin Lou has been everything the Red Sox could have ever dreamed of, and here he is trying to protect this lead.
No, he has been absolutely fantastic. He is a strike thrower with fantastic stuff. Fastball, curveball, cutter. Well, I should say slider, cutter. He just comes in and throws strikes, gets the job done. Something that Alex been able to rely on again late in games. You like that veteran presence, been there, done that before, and that's what you have in Martin and Jansen.
It is all set up for the Red Sox to take the opener in this series. It would be a 5th straight win, but first things first, Martin to face Jock Peterson, the leadoff man, getting the Herb Chambers batting order. Here is the pitch. And to Peterson. Cutter misses in for ball 1.
Martin running 16 straight outings, scoreless. Over 13 2/3.
Peterson, Conforto, and Flores. Raffy is in at third. And a foul ball right to you, Lou. Actually, one booth over, just beneath Will Middlebrooks. And it's 1-1. It's not just structure, which Alex Cora covets at the back end of the bullpen. It has been dominance. 1-1, the pitch. Swinging a high fly into center field. This ball is crushed. Duvall back in front of the wall. He will leap, and it is gone. Jock Peterson goes deep, and the Red Sox lead is cut to 1. It is 3-2 in the 8th.
Well, there goes that scoreless streak. Martin comes in and attacks. Jock Peterson get the ball a long way, and he did just then to center field. You talk about how big that run was there in the 8th inning. That Refsnyder pinch hit was a big knock to give him that 2-run cushion. Keep the Sox here. They're still up 1, but he got on top of that fastball, boy, and drove it a long way.
Only the second home run that Martin has allowed all year long. Here now Michael Conforto is the tying run. That put a jolt into this crowd as Conforto fouls the first pitch off down the left field line. Conforto is 2 for 6 against Martin. Wilmer Flores, who's on deck, 3 for 7 with a home run. It's been a really fun game. 3-2 Boston. 0-1 to Conforto the pitch. Swing and a miss. Cutter up at the top of the zone, and it's 0-2.
There goes 96. Back to that cutter at 92. You know he's going to attack. It's amazing because he just throws so many strikes. You know, that's 16 scoreless appearances. You would think there'd be a solo shot here and there, right? Because he just comes at you.
And there was one from Peterson, the 0-2. Swing and a foul that Wong just can't grab. And it's 0-2.
It's a good split there from Chris, too. Give him a different look. Down on the zone, it's got a piece of it.
We need to talk about what a weapon Rob Refsnyder has become for this team. I mean, he has not played much at all of late. Turner playing so much at second. The 0-2 is fouled off, and with Duran solidifying himself, Duvall returning. But every time you call on Refsnyder, it seems he does it.
Yeah, and Cora's pretty consistent with this. If it's a belief system that, you know, late in games, tough lefties, going to pinch hit for Duran. I know people don't like it, but they don't talk about it when Refsnyder comes up with a huge hit.
0-2 is softly on the ground to the first baseman. Casas, he's got to hurry. He picks, he covers, does Martin in time to get Conforto, who was not moving well at all down the line, and there's one away. Big play, and here comes Wilmer Flores.
It was a nice play. Casas kind of charging hard, leads Martin to the base. Made that play look a little bit easier than maybe it was.
Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan postgame show. Nissan, we make cars a thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. 1-run Red Sox lead in the 8th. Here's the pitch. Flores pops it up. Will it stay in the yard? No. Straight back out of play. Wong, though, I beg your pardon, is there on the track to make the play, and they're 2 down. It looked to me like Wong totally gave up on that, and it stayed in, 2 down.
Yeah, that's a big out, too. Flores, one of their hotter hitters. I'm with you. I thought this thing was behind the plate into the stands, especially the way Connick went after this. Then he flings that helmet aside. Catch with some room to spare.
Beg your pardon. Here's Austin Slater, 2 down. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's a really good cutter. It's 0-1. Of course, the Peterson home run is important in every way, but especially when you consider that Kenley will come on in the 9th and likely have to protect a 1-run lead. 0-1. That is perfect. Fastball, bottom of the zone, it's 0-2.
As I mentioned, though, these Giants, they don't steal a lot of bases. Remember, that's one of the big concerns when Jansen comes into that game sometimes, although he's been better at it. He'll mix in that slide step, but big leg kick, sometimes they run on him.
Here is a swing and a miss. He got him with a great splitter, and the inning is over. Well, Peterson does the job. He gets the Giants back within a run, but after that, overpowering from Chris Martin. 3-2 to the 9th. We go in San Francisco on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
sweat, propel, repeat. Propel Fitness Water and Hydration replenishes you effectively with Gatorade electrolytes. With no sugar added. Enjoy a delicious bottle of Propel Fitness Water and take in vitamins B3, B5, and B6, along with antioxidant vitamins C and E, so you can hydrate, replenish, and enjoy your best workouts without adding any calories. And remember, never any sugar. Take the Propel Fitness Water quiz at propelwater.com to find the Propel benefits and flavors that are best for you. propelwater.com.
Why?
Why?
If you have T-Mobile 5G home internet, you might be hearing this
Why?
a lot.
Why?
Every time your internet slows down during the busiest hours.
Why? Why?
Because your network gives priority to cell phone users.
Why?
Good question. Why not switch to Cox Internet with 2 times faster download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet during peak hours?
Okay.
Stop the whys and visit cox.com/5G home for details. T-Mobile prioritizes certain T-Mobile phone users over home internet users during times of congestion.
6 rings and football things.
Trent Brown. Listen, if the running game's going to work, if you want Mac Jones to stay upright, be healthy for 17 games, you need 2018 Trent Brown, or you just need his giant wall of humanity to perform for whatever that next contract is. Whoever, wherever it's going to be, don't care right now. Just attempt to really play and be the giant human you are. Yes.
Can I interject a better case scenario question, or more likely type question here at Trent Brown? We both put him in our best case scenario top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Better chance that come December, Trent Brown is a top 5, or in your case, top 3 player on the Patriots, or that he's not on the Patriots?
60-40 not on.
I think this is a minefield that could explode.
Yeah, it is dangerous.
Subscribe to 6 Rings and Football Things. Available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Gresh and Fourier, weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Taylor Rogers stays in the game for the Giants, and it is now a 1-run Red Sox lead. 3-2 is the score. It'll be Turner and Devers and Duvall. So the Red Sox do get a couple of righties against Rogers, with Casas and Verdugo thereafter. So Kenley gets up and begins to throw in the Red Sox bullpen. Top 9. Turner digs into some booze. Rogers throws, and JT takes a strike on the outside corner, beginning the Herb Chambers batting order. Brought to you by Herb Chambers, Maserati of Boston, Maserati of Millbury, and Maserati of Warwick. 0-1. Pitch, swing, and a foul on the third base side.
Going back to that Ref Schneider at bat we were talking about, it was a first pitch sweeper here from Rogers, and he's got a good one. Righties are hitting 114 off of it, and he gets up there first pitch and just sits all over it. My guess is that there was some homework done before that at bat off this guy.
0-2. That's strike 3 call on the outside corner. Turner knew it, and that's good from Rogers. 1 away.
Yeah, he froze him with that heater.
I mean, we know this about Rob. He's a thinker. He goes up there with an idea, having done the work, to kind of predict sequences.
There's a lot of information hitters get. Maybe righty. First pitch likes to get that sweeper over. He just sat on it.
So here now Devers, who's 0 for 3. He takes a breaking ball for strike 1. Kenley Jansen has made so many appearances in this ballpark. Many of them great. Here's the 0-1. Devers takes a fastball for a strike.
Boy, this is a tough at-bat versus lefties. Again, 4 for 57. You got Yoshida 4 for 58. Unbelievable.
1-2 to Raffy. His pitch. Swinging a pop-up. Second base side of the bag. Still on the dirt. Wisely's there. He makes the play, and the inning will continue for Adam Duvall. Devers having a rough night. He is 0 for 4. And what must be going through Kenley's mind? A place he's so familiar with in all those battles for the Dodgers. He lathers it up in the pen. Here now Duvall. Strike 1 called on the inside corner. Rogers is filling it up.
Well, this guy's impressive.
Kenley Jansen has pitched here 33 times. Time called as Duvall steps out.
He should get a warm welcome when he enters the game. They don't like their Dodgers up here, boy.
A lot of bad memories for these fans with that pitcher. 17 of his saves here. The 0-1 misses down and in. And it's 1-1 to Duvall. In some ways, you want Duvall to work an AB here because Kenley really has not been throwing that long. 413 career saves. The 1-1, that's inside. Sinker. And it's 2-1.
And I kind of want to see the AB with Casas on deck. The guy's kind of locked in to go up against probably right now the toughest lefty in the game for lefties to hit.
You wouldn't blame him for kind of pitching carefully to Duvall. The 2-1 is swung on and fouled. I mean, that was a breaking ball that almost hit him. It's 2-2. I mean, you don't want to put another guy on, but to your point, why give in with a lefty on deck?
He's so good against lefties. That 94 sink, that big sweeper.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down, bases empty. The pitch. Swinging a high drive down the left field line. This thing's way back, and it is off the top of the wall. It bounces back past Sable. Adam Duvall is into second base, and he just missed a home run by a couple of feet.
Yeah, it was a low line drive. Well, he just turned on this thing to get a little double here with 2 outs in the 9th. This was one of those sweepers down and in. He just didn't get it down and in enough, kind of inner half. Duvall does a nice job staying through with the second double of the night.
You know, he did that the other night in the 9th inning for the Red Sox, rather the bottom of the 8th inning to give them that 5th run.
Well, this at-bat right here is just a heat check. Now, how hot are you right now, Tristan Casas? No lefties hit this guy.
Here he is. With Duvall at second to pitch. Fastball crushed into right field. Will it hang up? Yes, it will. The ballpark kills that one. A high, deep fly ball by Casas. And the inning is over. He just missed that one. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning, and Kenley is coming on 3-2. Red Sox lead it. Jansen time by the Bay on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
How powerful is Cox Internet? So powerful that one day, your daughter will be able to simulate a soccer match against some of the world's best players right from your backyard. Get gig speeds powered by fiber from Cox. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Internet delivered through Cox's hybrid fiber coax network. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions apply.
Continue your educational journey online at Arizona State University. Recognized as the nation's most innovative university, ASU offers more than 300 programs online, all designed and taught by our award-winning faculty of researchers, scientists, inventors, and authors. Discover what sets us apart. Connect with an ASU enrollment advisor and explore a variety of financial aid and scholarship options, as well as how to transfer pre-existing credits. Visit asuonline.asu.edu.
When I treat myself, I want it all. I want layers of velvety ice cream, indulgent sauces, and a chocolate shell that cracks so loudly that everyone in the room can hear it. Indulge now. Magnum ice cream doubles, minis, duets, even non-dairy. Magnum ice cream. More is more. Discover decadence in store or online at magnumicecream.com.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now back to the play-by-play action.
Here we go in San Francisco. Kenley Jansen on a mound he has seen so many times, 33 in his career. Red Sox 3 outs away from the 5th straight win to open this West Coast swing. And Kenley will see J.D. Davis, Patrick Bailey, and then Blake Sable. Not a lot of these current Giant hitters have seen a lot of Kenley. J.D. Davis 0 for 2 against him. 413 career saves. The right-hander throws. And Davis late on a cut fastball. It's 0-1.
Well, this is a big one here. Davis, Bailey, Monta, Sable, actually. As you mentioned, he knows this mound. He knows this place.
Scoreless 9th on Wednesday with a little help from Connor Wong. The 0-1. That is a strike. Beautiful cutter. And it's 0-2.
94 in the black. I mean, right. Perfect pitch.
He tends to get lathered up as the outings go on. Velocity increases. 0-2. Kenley is ready. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him with a cutter at 95, and there's one away.
Yeah, actually, that was more of a four-seamer. So you throw a couple of cutters in the outer half, 92, 94, and then you ride this four-seamer up and in, and it just kind of crowds. I mean, as a hitter, you're kind of expecting, okay, everything's going to cut away from me, and you're thinking, this is the pitch I want to hit, this thing in their half, and it just keeps taking off in, swing and miss.
3 pitches, 1 down. Here is Patrick Bailey, left-handed hitter. The pitch, swing and a miss. Cutter, 95, and it's 0-1.
Everything varies, right? You got a four-seamer at 95, then you got a cutter at 95, 94. So now something's coming down and in on him. Still got that slider, too, he'll use.
0-1. Pitch. Swing and a high fly into center field. Duvall back at the track in front of the wall. He's there to make the play. And oh, so close. They're 2 down.
Well, you hit a ball to dead center at the edge of that track this time of night. That's hit a long way, hit well. Again, it goes back to that 435. Tristan Casas hit Alpo. Even that Peterson hit off of Martin to dead center. Doesn't travel here well at night.
Here we go for Blake Sable. Red Sox 1 out away from a win by the Bay. 3-2 the score. Kenley is ready to the left-handed hitter. The pitch is perfect on the outside corner. 96. Oh, and it's 0-1.
Now we're cutting balls at 96. Good God.
He's done it so many times on this mound. 0-1. Devers on the grass at third. Here's the 0-1. That is inside a cutter. Yanked a little bit, and it's 1-1. One ball, one strike. 2 down in the ninth. 3-2 Red Sox. Bases empty. The pitch. Swing and a miss. A massive cutter at 95 of the Red Sox are 1 strike away.
Big hit. Big swing, too, from Sable. The helmet came flying off. Kind of came out of his shoes on that one.
One and 2. Fans on their feet. 2 down in the ninth. Kenley shimmies the hips, sets behind his right ear. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ball game over, and the Red Sox have won their 5th straight game. It was the Tristan Casas show here tonight in San Francisco. He launched a Titanic Bonzian blast, and the Red Sox beat the Giants 3-2.
Well, that's a good win here for the Red Sox. You mentioned the Tristan Casas show. What about also Core pinch hitting Refschneider for a guy like Duran that's been on fire, but he kills lefties. He ends up getting that big knock in the 8th to extend that lead to 3-1, and they needed every bit of it. But this is a good win for the Red Sox here, first day on this trip.
414 career saves for Kenley Jansen. That is one of the wins of the year in the way that it was managed and the way that it turned out. We'll take a quick break, come back with totals, a guest, and the Nissan postgame show from San Francisco after a 3-2 Red Sox win of the Shaws at Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
6 rings and football things.
Trent Brown. Listen, if the running game's going to work, if you want Mac Jones to stay upright, be healthy for 17 games, you need 2018 Trent Brown, or you just need his giant wall of humanity to perform for whatever that next contract is. Whoever, wherever it's going to be, don't care right now. Just attempt to really play and be the giant human you are. Yes.
Can I interject a better case scenario question, or more likely type question here at Trent Brown? We both put him in our best case scenario top 5. Mm-hmm. Better chance that come December, Trent Brown is a top 5, or in your case, top 3 player on the Patriots, or that he's not on the Patriots?
60-40 not on.
I think this is a minefield that could explode.
Yeah, it is dangerous.
Subscribe to 6 Rings and Football Things, available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
If you drove a 2023 Nissan Rogue with available all-wheel drive and 5 drive modes, going out for dinner with the family could take you to the great outdoors. But in a basic SUV, family outings might be a little predictable.
Welcome to Basic Town Burgers, home of the Basic Town Burger.
So why settle for ordinary when you could satisfy your taste for adventure? The Nissan Rogue. Far from basic.
Now, get the 2023 Nissan Rogue with best-in-class fuel economy among gas engines. Availability is limited. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. Auto Pacific segmentation excluding hybrids and electric vehicles. 2023 EPA fuel economy estimates from 28 city 34 highway to 30 city 37 highway for 2023 Nissan Rogue. As shown, Nissan Rogue Platinum all-wheel drive 28 city 34 highway. Actual mileage may vary.
Back by the Bay, where the Red Sox have won for the 5th straight time, 3-2, and one of the real heroes in this game, Adam Duvall, joins us from the Red Sox dugout, kind of back where it all got started for Mr. Duvall in the big leagues. And I know you got so many fond memories of your time here, Adam. You're swinging it so well right now. That was a great team win.
It was. It was, it was a nice, clean game. Scored enough to win and pitched good enough. And, anytime you come out to the West Coast, good to get the first one.
Adam, I know you're coming off that IL there a while ago now, but really the last week or two, do you just sort of feel like getting really comfortable at the plate? Because the last week you've been swinging it.
Yeah. I mean, that's baseball. You're gonna feel good at moments, and then there's gonna be the ones where it's like, whew, let's just grind this one out. So, I'm starting to feel good, starting to see the ball, put the barrel on it, and
We talked to so many veterans on this club. You're one of them, Adam, that has really helped kind of get this clubhouse going in a great direction. And it's that time of year where every win, every game impacts the direction of this franchise. I know you guys are united in trying to not only keep this thing together, but put pressure on addition so you can make a real run.
Yeah, I mean, the goal, that I preach is win the series. And, with it, getting later in the season, it's important to play your best brand of baseball. And, right now I feel like we're doing that. We're having fun, playing hard, and getting some W's.
Adam, I know you play with some really good players, so swing the bat, get hot at times. But what Tristan Casas is doing right now, this run that he has been on the last 3 or 4 weeks is just another level.
Yeah, I mean he's blacked out right now. He, it's. I'm just trying to give him his space right now and let him do his thing because what he's doing is really impressive. It's fun to watch and fun to see him grow over the course of the season. Probably didn't start out the way he, had dreamed it, but. He stuck with it, and that's kudos to him because that's not easy to do as a young player. So, kudos to him. Do you feel a difference with him hitting behind you? I mean, he moves up in the order. Do you think you're getting better pitches to hit? I mean, he is an absolute monster. A little protection behind you. Yeah, for sure. It's always good, to have some thump behind you. So, that's probably the case.
Now, I wanted to ask you about the guy that finished it to your right, finished this game, Ref Schneider. Comes in off the bench, nasty lefty. You got the breaking ball as well. He sits first pitch breaking ball and gets a huge knock in the 8th inning and ends up being the difference maker. How about Ref Schneider coming off the bench?
That's what he does, and it's one of the most impressive things in all of sports is to be able to hop off the bench ice cold, especially out here in the Bay, and do what he does and get a base hit there, big base hit. That was the deciding factor of this game. So, you never know when your name's going to call, but he's always ready. Last thing for you, Adam. This is a great run for this team, and it's got to be cool for you coming back here to this ballpark, kind of where in the big leagues you got your start. I know you got lots of memories. It's been a wild journey. You've had a wonderful run in the big leagues. But what comes to mind when you walk back out onto this field? Yeah, I was in the hotel this morning talking to my wife back at home, and this is eventually where I met my wife in San Jose. But it's just a lot of good memories here. A lot of first big league game and first big league homer, and Mike Leake. Thank you very much. Yeah. So there was there's a lot of fond memories, like you said, when I come back here. Thanks so much for the time, Adam. Keep it rolling. We appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Mm-hmm. All right, Lou. At this time of year, I'm not going to ask a player
like Adam, he hears the noise. He knows the headlines are out there. And, he would be a valuable piece. A lot of teams want him, and with good reason. He's red hot, but don't you think that there's a real possibility? Yeah, they got a surplus in the outfield to the Red Sox, but, the way he's doing it right now, this is what you brought him over here for. It would be hard to give up on what he's given you.
Yeah, it would. And quite simple, it's like, you have this rotation. Your outfield right now is one of the most productive outfielders in the game. And I know Verdugo slowed down a little bit, but between Duran, Duvall, Yoshida, Verdugo, and then you got Refsnyder coming off the bench. So you have got such a good thing going on now in the outfield. There's depth there. And listen, you still got 2 months to go, of the season. If there's a little bit of an injury or somebody comes up lame for a couple of weeks, there's still enough depth to cover it. So in order to move on from Adam Duvall, you have got to be blown away. And quite frankly, you're at the point where you're playing such good baseball, you're almost better off holding on to him.
Yeah, it's hard to think about subtracting from this group the way they're going. With Casas doing what he's been doing and all the offensive things that have been happening, and we talk a lot about even Bernardino and Martin and Jansen, in some ways, we lost the big story of Cutter Crawford tonight. Now, by the time he got into the sixth inning, it was obvious that he was hitting a little bit of a wall, but this is, again, Lou, he's the third healthy starter in the rotation, and he was fantastic tonight.
When you think about the last month, that you're getting through a rotation with three guys, and maybe you should start putting Pivetta in that mix, but how good in general, all four of these guys have been, and Crawford is part of that, right? You had him in the bullpen. Is he a starter? Is he a reliever? But the way he comes out here tonight and throws that baseball, 5 2/3, 3 hits, only gave up a run, struck out 7. It's pretty impressive. And it was nice, too, to go out there and win a game. This team's been swinging the bat so well, but to go out and win a game 3-2, not 7-5, not putting up 7, 8, 9, 10 runs like this team has been for quite some time, or a little bit this month. Win a game 3-2, and that says a lot about not just Cutter Crawford, but the guys that came in after him.
Another really wild scene here in San Francisco. We talk about all the things that make this place different. Legitimately, every single night they play a game, they've got the smartest seagulls in the universe. It's like within 5 seconds of the game ending, hundreds of these birds descend on this yard to get all the Cracker Jack and hot dog buns and everything that's left on the floor. It's like a scene out of an Alfred Hitchcock movie right now. They're circling above this field.
It really is. And I bet you the cleaning crew appreciates it. They're kind of doing half their part, right? Half their job.
Assuming they don't leave anything behind.
No, there you go. Hey, listen, once the seagulls get done, we'll go and clean up the rest. But these guys are taking care of everything they can.
This was a complete team win, Lou. We'll get you out of here in just a moment. But, there's so many heroes. And in some ways, I think we continue to underestimate what Connor Wong is doing. He's calling a great game back there. They lean on him so often now to catch. He gets the big hit that sparks the real rally there. That proved to be such a pivotal run on the Refsnyder hit. Connor Wong's doing a lot of good things.
Yeah, you're talking about, you mentioned it, guys like Casas and a big pinch hit by Refsnyder, but that pinch hit scored Connor Wong. And really his speed kind of takes over, right? And he runs the bases really, really well, but he has been swinging the bat. It's a forgotten man in the month of July because everybody's doing such a great job. But he comes into this game hitting 365 this month and a little 1-for-3 piece today with a big run scored. So he has been fantastic, not just defensively, but now this month offensively as well.
Well, James Paxton is on the mound tomorrow for the Red Sox, then likely Bernardino and Pivetta in the finale here on Sunday. And we have to finish with Tristan Casas because this is a run right now, Lou. This is not a 1-week thing. This is not a 2-week thing. We're talking about going back to really late May and especially once the calendar flipped to June. But what he's doing now the last 2-3 weeks, it is absolutely stupid. He's the hottest and best hitter in the game. That includes Shohei Ohtani. He is right now, by the numbers, doing things that nobody else is doing. And so both in the short term, what it's meant for this offense, but big picture, this is Pedroia-type stuff.
It really is. And you sort of forget, like, Pedroia was sort of just like a memory of how bad it struggled. And you sort of watch Casas for a month and a half, and you say, well, it wasn't this bad, right? Like, Pedroia wasn't, but it was. And it's very similar to it because, as you mentioned, he is the best hitter in baseball, probably the last 2 or 3 weeks. And into the month of July, he's up there in almost every single category. And it is such damage. And to think he hits 7th or 6th in your lineup, and we were talking before, at some point, maybe you got to start moving him up this lineup a little bit to get some protection behind him because teams are going to start recognizing, and teams are going to start being really careful with Tristan Casas.
So important to have guys like Duvall behind him to protect him because he's just been absolutely unbelievable. By the way, there were 33,755 here. That attendance brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're off to the ballpark, dog park, or amusement park, Citgo, top-tier, tri-clean gasoline gets you where you're going. Whether you're traveling near or far, when you start with Citgo, you're good to go. And so the Red Sox now have a chance to do what they're so intent on doing, and that is winning series, and they feel great with Paxton tomorrow.
Well, they're sitting here now, 9 games over 500? That's a season high.
It is.
You got Paxton going tomorrow. You got a couple teams in front of you losing. No, it's kind of getting interesting. It's getting fun. You got Paxton on the mound. You got to feel good about it.
Anthony Santander walked off the New York Yankees 1-0. So the Red Sox will gain a game on the Yankees. They'll move a game further ahead of them. But everyone else, Blue Jays, Rays, and Orioles get wins. This thing's tightening up in the American League East, but a significant win in the standings for the Red Sox. So they will have a chance with Paxton tomorrow. It's a day game out west anyway for the fans back on the East Coast. 7:15 first pitch with Paxton on the mound. Lou, that was fun.
Fun time, Will. Happy to be home, isn't it, for you?
That was awesome. And I get to go get bragging rights over my big brother. So what more do you possibly want? Nissan postgame show with me and the Seagulls right after this. From San Francisco on the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Replacing your windows doesn't have to be complicated. Riverhead Building Supply can help you find the right Anderson 400 Series windows for your project. Beautify your home with Anderson's wide array of window styles, colors, hardware, and grille patterns. Anderson's most popular and longest standing products, 400 Series, are the clad wood windows contractors trust the most and choose for their own homes. Learn more at Riverhead Building Supply. Find a location near you at rbscorp.com.
6 rings and football things.
Trent Brown. Listen, if the running game's going to work, if you want Mac Jones to stay upright, be healthy for 17 games, you need 2018 Trent Brown, or you just need his giant wall of humanity to perform for whatever that next contract is. Whoever, wherever it's going to be, don't care right now. Just attempt to really play and be the giant human you are. Yes.
Can I interject a better case scenario question, or more likely type question here at Trent Brown? We both put him in our best case scenario top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Better chance that come December, Trent Brown is a top 5, or in your case, top 3 player on the Patriots, or that he's not on the Patriots?
60-40 not on.
I think this is a minefield that could explode.
Yeah, it is dangerous.
Subscribe to 6 Rings and Football Things. Available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Looking for a deal on your next vehicle? Then you have to visit Flood Ford. Our team is committed to going above and beyond to make the car buying process easy and stress-free. Stop in and shop a variety of F-150 models, all with transparent pricing. No markups, no games. What you see is what you pay. And every vehicle is backed by our Flood Advantage plan. You get free dent repair, free windshield repair, free key replacement, and so much more. In the market to upgrade, we'll give you top dollar for your trade-in. We buy all makes and models. And when you need to service your vehicle, we have you covered with convenient pickup and delivery, a courtesy shuttle, and certified technicians you can trust. Whether you're a lifelong Ford driver or looking to make the switch, there's never been a better time or place to get behind the wheel of a new Ford than right now at Flood Ford. Make the drive for a better buying experience today. Visit us in East Greenwich or Narragansett, or shop online anytime at floodauto.com.
Hey, this is Tristan Casas. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
This is the Nissan postgame show. Nissan makes cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
What a night for the Red Sox. They win the opener in San Francisco. 3-2 is the final. You're listening to the Nissan postgame show at Nissan. We make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. Our Bella Insurance Foundation is dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Tonight, Sox pitchers between Crawford, Bernardino, Winkowski, Martin, and Jansen, they had 13 strikeouts. Another $650 donated to the Jimmy Fund to help strike out cancer. Arbella here for the Jimmy Fund and here for good. Subaru New England scoreboard, we told you that Anthony Santander, walk-off winner against the New York Yankees. So Baltimore continues to hold the lead in the American League East. Subaru Summer is finally here. Make this summer a Subaru Summer in a brand new 2023. Subaru, the Rays, pretty important win for them. They got a run in the ninth inning and beat the Astros 4-3. That would be the matchup right now if the season ended in the wild card round. Obviously, so much baseball left to be played. Cincinnati's in L.A. Down the road, they lead 6-5 in the eighth inning, and the Blue Jays beat the Angels 4-1. Today's Mike's amazing player of the game would go a lot of ways, but it has to be Casas. I mean, double for the first run, homer in a place lefties don't go for the second, and Casas is brought to you by Mike's Amazing, the official mayo of the Boston Red Sox. Casas had a double, so did Duvall. 3 doubles overall, $250 donated tonight, $4,900 on the season to the American Diabetes Association. That's brought to you in part by the Mass Health Connector, the place to go if you need health insurance. Go to mahealthconnector.org to stay in the game and get covered. We'll come back and conclude the Nissan postgame show after a thrilling 3-2 Red Sox win on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cars for Kids, KARS Cards for Kids, 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids, KARS Cars for Kids, 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as. No title, no problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1-877 Cars for Kids, KARS Cars for Kids.
Here comes the fun at Waterwiz Water Park. Just minutes from Cape Cod. Speed down our all-new slide experience. Splash around in the wave pool. Float down the lazy river. And enjoy delicious new food options. We are now open for the season, so get ready to whiz out with the entire family. Visit waterwiz.com to buy your tickets online and save. For the best price, purchase your tickets on our website before the day of your visit.
Summer's here, and you're getting ready to start enjoying it. Don't let that stubborn joint pain keep you from staying active and enjoying your life. You've suffered long enough. It's time to take action and get your quality of life back. Pills and surgery are not the answer. You need to call QC Kinetics today. The medical team at QC Kinetics can give you back a life without chronic joint pain, and you can do all those summer activities you used to enjoy. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in using your own body's healing and applying it right into your achy joint so your joint tissue can be repaired naturally. Patients across America and right here in the Boston area are having life-changing results, and there's no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. If you have pain in your knees, back, shoulders, hips, you need to jump on the phone and call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation. The latest advances in regenerative medicine can give you your life back. To set up that free consultation, call 617-644-PAIN. That's 617-644-PAIN. Or visit their website, qckinetics.com.
6 rings and football things.
Trent Brown. Listen, if the running game's going to work, if you want Mac Jones to stay upright, be healthy for 17 games. You need 2018 Trent Brown, or you just need his giant wall of humanity to perform for whatever that next contract is. Whoever, wherever it's going to be, don't care right now. Just attempt to really play and be the giant human you are. Yes.
Can I interject a better case scenario question, or more likely type question here at Trent Brown? We both put him in our best case scenario top 5. Mm-hmm. Better chance that come December, Trent Brown is a top 5, or in your case, top 3 player on the Patriots, or that he's not on the Patriots?
60-40, not on.
I think this is a minefield that could explode.
Yeah, it is dangerous.
Subscribe to 6 Rings and Football Things, available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Red Sox win 3-2 in San Francisco, and we'll be back at it tomorrow, 7:15 East Coast time, which means you can tune into the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show beginning at 6:15. James Pack.